All right, look,
Get the YouTube going.
Deku is slower than Naruto.
Damn. Okay.
So you think Naruto is slower than Deku?
And then 2. Okay, yeah, Twitch. There we go.
You already know.
Okay.
Alright, yeah, we get to go now. Deku is lamer than Naruto.
Yeah.
I do not agree with that, man. People shitting on Deku for no reason.
So you think Naruto is lamer than Deku?
No, I just don't. I know I would put it like this. I don't agree with where they're coming from.
You're right.
About that. Just recently found out. Apparently, One Piece dropped this morning.
Oh,
oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. Gotcha.
But yeah, man.
Checking out
I just recently found out. Just recently found out. Apparently, One Piece dropped this morning.
Great.
I did not know that.
Blah just got me right. Told me the area of my life.
It dropped last night. To be fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it got a lot of people got put onto it this morning.
Gotcha. I was checking it out. Well, I was looking for it yesterday, and once it didn't pop up, I just assumed it was on break. It wasn't until Zala just got me right. Told me the error of my ways. But yeah, didn't know it was out until now.
I like that.
Word. Yeah, the good little chapters of the show.
Without doing too much of a deep dive into it, what do you think about it? Scale 1 to 10.
Wholesome chapter.
Gotcha.
I guess I give it like an 8. Maybe the vibes.
Yeah. Okay, I like that. Jeez. You been watching any?
Yeah, I'm still
new anime lately.
Nah, I'm still up to date with Dandadan, and
I'm actually behind in Dandadan. Crazy enough.
Bleach. Oh, I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, that's about it. I think I'm gonna check out some more of the Dragon Ball Daima.
Damn. 10 episodes
out? Yeah, I'm still behind on that. I'm tripping on that. I definitely got to tap in Daima. And I'm actually behind in Dandadan, and I fuck with Dandadan.
I might be a few episodes.
Yeah, I think I did. I just got to watch the. No, I've seen it.
85.
I think next is like 9 episodes, maybe. 9 or 10 episodes.
Maybe.
Damn, it's 10 episodes out of Daima? I mean, of Dandadan?
I could be bugging.
I ain't gonna lie, I might be.
I could easily be bugging.
I might be a few episodes behind. Man. I think I've only seen like maybe 5 or 6.
What's the status on this One Piece anime hiatus? How many minutes I left? Like 3, 4? I ain't gonna lie. I'll say this. Those first 2
I ain't check out nothing new. You know.
Okay.
Still watching here and there, old content.
Got you. What's the status on this One Piece anime hiatus? How many months we got left? Like 3? 4? Okay. I ain't gonna lie. I'll say this. Those first 2 went by kind of quick to me.
It's all gonna go by quick. April will be here before you know it. I'm not gonna lie to you. Since I turned like 29, 30, bro, everything moves fast, bro. So I don't even complain about the time no more. I ain't bad. As I say, I ain't bad. Blocking shit. I said the same thing last year. I was like, man, I got this much time before a dream comes out. and that was like 5 months before DreamCon. So like a month later, it was DreamCon.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be 5 months in between, but shit happened a month later.
Yeah, no, I definitely gotta take back over to Dandadan. I was enjoying.
You got your ticket yet for the new one? The next one?
Nah, I'm
Ballerina
waiting for the
Spirit?
December dates to drop.
Like,
Gotcha.
I'm trying to collect up on the ticket for that.
Spirit Life, to save the daughter.
Me and my boy ABK. Yeah, you know.
Feel it. I feel it.
The girl is like,
But yeah, no, I definitely gotta catch back up to Dandadan. I was enjoying. I think the last thing I seen was.
Oh really? Are they doing that?
The ballerina spirit and like her daughter.
Okay, because they was explaining
like it gave her.
They was explaining it.
Core spirit life to save the daughter or whatever.
Yeah, so basically the girl is
just like that girl is like a particular character.
The girl is like because she had the thing in her.
Mm-hmm. So they put the thing in her now, so now she could transform into that form.
Oh really? Are they doing that? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, because that was explaining.
She gonna gain her kicking, her acrobatic kicking abilities.
I was wondering.
Okay, so that girl is like a continuous character.
She on the team.
Not father.
She gets. She getting for real. I
actually like that more.
My bad. I was gonna say I like the dynamic between her and old girl. ISA.
Crazy.
That's what's up. I was wondering, because a part of me thought she was just gonna be like on some, not fodder, but like just this episode, high key focus. Then all right, we're back to regular. But if you're saying they doing that, that makes a lot of sense. I actually like that more. I like adding to the team. Yeah, my boy Oakland just 200 by the whole thing. It's crazy. 2 girls on the team.
They adding the dude now.
I want
to ask you ISA's first best friend.
That's hilarious.
Her
child
and her first crush. So it's threatening Ogre's position.
What's today, Friday? I'll probably catch up to that.
Is he tall?
Mm-hmm.
I figured he would be like the complete opposite of what he is. All right, good. All right, I ain't even know. I want to ask you more questions, but I'm just waiting. That's hilarious. I'm already knowing how that's about to go. Okay, for sure.
The pacing looks good.
What's today? Friday. I'll probably catch up to that this weekend.
At least they're doing
What's a cool
says I'm done with the new One Piece remake. I don't watch.
It's still
that saddens me because I've heard good things about it. Can't say it myself. But
I'm talking about the Fishman Island remake.
Yeah, or so.
Yeah.
The pacing looks good. I'm not mad at the pacing. Do you like the pacing, Zaza?
Everybody I know is complaining about the pacing.
Still? I've seen them chop it up. How
Nothing.
What's wrong now? It's still
I was just telling my boy Blue about this on Discord yesterday. I personally feel like nothing was ever wrong with One Piece's pacing. Nothing.
Same.
Nothing. I don't care if it's Fishman Island, Whole Cake Island, Dressrosa. I don't care. I honestly don't care because I knew this was gonna happen. They're gonna cut out certain details so they can make it pacing better, and in the moment fans see it, they're gonna be mad because the details that are missing right now are important details, and they're gonna want it. One Piece is just the type of show where if Luffy goes to the bar and drinks orange juice, that matters
important.
For a reason.
Yeah, that orange juice
is
important.
As much as you want to shit on it, and people like to shit on One Piece, like, oh my gosh, the world building and lore. Yes, nigga. And they spent more, like 20 years plus building the story for that reason, so you can rely on that for structure. Yes, that is the foundation for the story. Yes, I'm sorry, like you got to stop with the whole Fishman Island's pacing was horrible. You can say it was horrible. I don't think it was horrible. I think it was just Oda just over like Toei and Oda just did too much with the sun Sanji gag of him turning stone
Yeah, that
and all of that. But we learned that's important later on because we saw that we learned that no one wants to give Sanji blood on Fishman Island. Then we see that Fisher Tiger never wanted to accept humans' blood to save his life. Then we learn that Jinbei gives Luffy blood to save Luffy's life, and then Luffy asks him to join the crew. So it all means something. It's all about what are you willing to sit here and like your attention span. Like I don't know if you noticed this. This is a take that's becoming very popular. I'm starting to notice it with like Jermaine, with random people that just interview people with One Piece. They would be
Facts.
interviewing it, and then
Facts.
people would be like, "Nothing's wrong with One
Facts.
Piece."
One of
People's
the
attention span is just too short, and I've seen that take at least 5 different times, 5 different people, and I really am starting to just believe that because it's not that the pacing's bad; it's just you're not enjoying this part of the story. That's all that means. Because people will say, "Oh, Dressrosa, that's dragged out. It's not like how it was in the manga." I love Dressrosa, bro. Me
facts.
personally, I
Facts.
love Dressrosa. Like you
Facts.
could say it
One
was
of the best
dragged out or
arcs.
not. I met Fuji and Sabo in that arc, so I'm obviously biased. But point blank period, I feel like there was enough going on in the arc to where even if he's dragging out the episode for pacing, it's worth the while for waiting. And if you don't think that it's worthwhile for waiting, then stop watching the show. Like, just stop watching it. I really do believe that. Nothing's wrong with the pacing. Like, nothing is wrong with the pacing of any of these arcs, bro. People always like to shit on post time skip and then glorify pre time skip. Like, we didn't have to sit through Thriller Bark. Like, we gonna act like we was excited to sit through Thriller Bark, bro. No one cared about Thriller Bark besides Riku versus Zoro, bro.
What's good, Reek?
No one cared, and then we got to see it. That is the end of the fucking arc, bro.
Facts.
Like the last 5 episodes of the arc, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Like that's before we're at. There's so much shit you gotta get through in Thriller Bark before you can say, yo, this shit is thorough, bro. Literally, the first thing that happens that makes me like Thriller Bark for real. The comedy, I love the comedy. Pete.
Through the roof. What's good, Reek?
But as far as the what's up, Reek? But as far as it goes for what we're watching in the arc of Thriller Bark, we're not enjoying most of the stuff we do. Straw Hats get split up. Zoro, Sanji, Luffy go down to get no dish by some ghosts. Like, nobody wants to see the boys like that. You get what I'm saying? Besides, when Zoro and Ryuma start to fight, we like, oh shoot. When we get on the island, we like, okay, this might mean something. We don't know what it means yet. Then we see Oars fighting the Straw Hat crew, and then Oars with Moria fighting the Straw Hat crew with Nightmare Luffy pulling up at the end. And then we get the whole shebang with the Straw Hat crew taking on Moria again. Bro. That's really what we're there for the arc for. And I'm agree with you, that's pre-time skip. Pre-time skip, it gets glorified to high heaven. And I'm cool with that. Just we gotta stop saying that One Piece is bad paced. We gotta stop saying it because I've seen that in an anime that has bad pacing. It's because sometimes the pacing's too fast. I know people that. Oh, go ahead.
You gonna say Recess Thriller Bark is undisputed the worst arc of One Piece, no doubt.
I'm okay with where you put the arc. I wasn't really trying to argue the disposition of the arc. I was just trying to say that we have to stop saying that One Piece's pacing is bad because I don't believe it's bad. It's just you're not enjoying this part of the story right now, so you call it bad pacing. Like, watch this. When I'm in Whole Cake Island, I used to slander Whole Cake Island all the time. Oh, it's bad pacing. It's bad pacing. That's because I was watching it week to week, and I got to see Luffy get his ass whooped by Katakuri week to week for multiple episodes, bro. Multiple. So to me, I'm like, oh, the story's bad pacing. But it's not. Luffy's just going through a training arc of observation arc. He gotta get his ass whooped to do it. I didn't want to see Luffy like that. And we didn't. That's what Luffy had to go through. So I'm not gonna call that bad pacing. I just didn't understand the plot progression at that time. I didn't. As much as I would like to say I feel a shadow and I see it coming. Sometimes I don't always see. I don't always see the reason for they go through an arc like that.
Maybe I'm just being biased because I like this. I like the
understand. That's just me
I like
not
the
liking
fact
where
that
the arc is
I
at the
like
time. I'm
that
not
the
gonna call
world
it bad
gets
pace. I'm
into
seriously not calling One Piece
so
bad pace
I've
anymore. When I hear
never had an
people say
issue
it,
with
I'm
the
gonna step
person
on
from
their
the
toes.
start. But me knowing I'm not like everyone
I'm
else,
gonna give you the stat.
I'm just
With
about
me,
the equation or like the
I've
percentage
never
of
once really
okay,
had an issue with One
is
Piece's
it
pacing,
possible One Piece
but I thought
maybe
maybe
too much of a fan?
I'm just being biased
And I hear
that
other
I
people
like the show
say
that much.
I'm
I like
like,
the
okay,
minute details. I like the fact that
maybe it is
I
a
like
comic.
that
Maybe
the
maybe
world
it does
building
have
is
a
as
bad
vast as
pacing,
it
and
is.
I just don't see it
So
as a
I've
fan.
never had an issue with the
But
pacing
then
since
like
the
the
start.
more
But me knowing I'm not like everyone
I hear
else,
other people say like, wait, what
I
you
just
just said?
took myself out of the
How other
equation
people
or
like
like the
short attention
percentage
span?
of
That
okay,
truly might be
is it
what it is.
possible One Piece does
Especially when
have
you
that?
look at the most
Because
popular guys
I'm
like
just
JJK right
too
now.
much of a fan. And I hear other people
Fan
say
service,
it, and I'm
shock
like,
factor,
okay,
fights, animation.
maybe it
Look,
is
look,
a common, maybe
no
it does
story. So
have bad pacing, and I just don't see it because I'm too fan. But then like the more I hear other people say like what you just said, how other people just have short attention spans, that truly might just be what it is. Especially when we look at most popular shows like JJK right now, they're just putting shit in your face, just fan service, shock factor, fights, animation, look,
I was
but no story.
okay. I was arguing with my boy Manny on
talk about it.
Discord, and he kept bigging. He was on the same type of time as
Talk
ADK,
about it, man.
JJK, Goated,
Spitting out.
Bleach, and trash. That's what he was saying. You know me, I disagree. And I was telling him like, yo, I'm okay with you having your opinion that JJK is goated and you think Bleach is trash.
Yeah.
What I won't have you do though is act like Bleach's influence does not matter.
Talk about it.
You have to show respect, bro. That's just what it is.
Talk about it, man.
Because I personally am I'm not a Naruto guy. You know that. Like I love the story of Naruto. It's when we compare it to One Piece that I turn into Super Saiyan 3. I just blitz the hell out of the storyline.
Yeah.
My problem with Naruto is I could argue the story of Naruto is very badly paced. And I know people that would get pissed off and argue me down for sure. My issue is the reason why the story of Naruto doesn't fully connect to me is because he doesn't spend the proper time and care on the characters that he's supposed to give the time and care to. Right. Therefore, it makes me feel like the story is rushed. It makes me feel like you didn't take your time on it. Taking your time here would have been very effective. You're not doing that though. I just don't get the notion of we hype these other stories up because we're like, watch this. JJK, Black Clover, all these other shows that eat up off of Bleach, right? And they're gonna and not even just Bleach, but the big three period. My Hero, Hirokoshi said when he first came out, he said he wanted his story to reflect a story like One Piece. That's what he said for My Hero. The author of My Hero said this, right? This is how I look at this. This is how I look at things like this. The new gen anime had a lot more to work with than what the old gen didn't have. Like you guys you got the top tier animation, crazy OSTs, access to like the most phenomenal openings, even more now. Branding and sponsorships where you're getting put on Netflix as soon as you air, like stuff like that. And we have to pay homage. We have to show respect to the new gen with that because you're going to like a new gen. I feel like you're going to like a new gen more than you like Bleach. Or yeah, that's me personally how I'm gonna feel. Because everyone that has that opinion is some dude that's like 22, 23 years old and younger. And my opinion for that is because you didn't grow up with Bleach was a gate opener. Like it was breaking down a door for the big three, for the anime in general. Same thing with Naruto, same thing with One Piece. But you watch JJK isn't riddled with 40 to 50% of their anime being filler. It's not riddled with bad animation, aka bad choreography. No, it doesn't have that. Bleach is it's not just a nostalgia. We didn't have an arc that was. We didn't get like a bound arc in the middle of a bunch of like. There's so much things that adds to the story of why. Then on top of that, Bleach went on a big ass hiatus. When you just consider what it's doing now, well, like what a JJK is doing now, what a Black Clover is even able to do now, they're only able to do it because of the inspiration given to them from a Bleach. But they have the ability to do it better because we don't have to. No one's ever going to be able to do One Piece again because niggas is not trying to sit down for 1,000 episodes, bro. That's just what it is. And the reason why I say that is because how many people are giving you anime where it takes 1,000 episodes to actually get through the concepts of the main story? You don't. You get through most of like JJK. We pretty much the story's pretty much. JJK lasted the entirety of the Wano arc, bro. Like, JJK first came out when we first got to Wano. As soon as we leave Wano, we hear 5 chapters left of JJK. I'm just saying, like these the old tier of the anime is gonna have longevity because there was so much else to be done to push the narrative of these things. New Gen is not gonna live in the same light. It's just not because we don't need 500 chapters for you to get to the part of the story we need. Like we don't need Deku to go through 500 chapters to tell us why he's the #1 hero. We kind of got the gist of that in 200 and something chapters, 300 something chapters. We get it. JJK. Unless you're gonna give us a JJK Shippuden or something, we get the point, bro. Like we just killing niggas off. We get it. We end the story. We get it. Black Clover, same thing. We're in the end game of Black Clover. Yeah, wrap this shit up, bro. You don't need 500 chapters to do for Asta to be Wizard King or to take out every threatening wizard. Like, we don't need it. We don't need that long of a story. One Piece is still building because it's that big of a story. All these other stories ain't that big. They're not. Bleach just got past 400 episodes. Like that's it. It just got to 400 episodes. Compared to the other two, One Piece and Naruto, where if you combine Naruto Shippuden, Naruto, we have 1,000 episodes. If you just do One Piece and
I feel like
1,000 episodes. If you do Dragon
I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna talk to
you. Got 1,000 episodes. That's just what it is, bro. It's not. I just don't want to say. I think it's bad.
Not like an anime, anything.
We gotta give respect
Today,
to the old gen, but we gotta give
having anything to do
towards the new
with
gen too.
outdated.
So yeah.
That can't be a great excuse anymore.
This is my
It's 2024, not 2025.
I feel like
Every website has a filler list.
Trying to use
You don't want to watch
I'm
filler?
gonna talk to my boy Reed next.
You don't have to watch it. It's not mandatory to enjoy it. I don't watch the trailer. I haven't seen every Naruto trailer. I haven't seen every.
To not like an anime,
I don't watch
any
One
anime
Piece filler.
today,
I'm a huge One Piece fan.
having
Not watch One Piece
anything to do with filler is
why is
outdated.
that?
That can't be a good excuse anymore. It's 2024, about to be 2025. Every website has a filler list. You don't want to watch filler? Skip it. You don't have to watch it. It's not mandatory to enjoy the show. I don't watch the filler. I haven't seen every Naruto filler. I haven't seen every Bleach filler. I don't watch One Piece fillers. I'm a huge One Piece fan. I do not watch One Piece fillers.
That's
So why?
disingenuous though, because you're an anime head, bro. You're an anime head. You're gonna go and find out where to watch these things. Like, you're gonna find out if you need to be watching One Piece or One Piece. You're gonna find out if you need to be watching Naruto, Shippuden, Final Great Ninja War. You're gonna find out if you need to watch it where you can watch it straight. There are no people that have never even seen the episodes. They just go to YouTube. Great Final, Great War, Great or Great Ninja War. And pop it up 5 hours straight. All what you need to see. That's because you're an anime head. A casual is not gonna know that. They're just like casual. Somebody that's just seeing this on Crunchyroll, and this is the latest episode, and they're gonna watch it, filler or not, because they don't know that filler's about to hit them in the face. They're not researching with the anime dropping next week. They're not doing all that. They're just here for a good time, because they're just turning on because they're casual. They're not like on Discord. They're not debating it on Twitch. They're not doing what we do. They're not even reading the manga. They're just casual anime watchers. That's the problem. That's the same thing I have with. That's the same concept I have with data book information. One Piece is great. We got all this data book information, but damn near that's all. Like half of that's gonna get missed because niggas is not researching cover stories and SBSs. Niggas is not doing that, bro. They're not. Casuals are not doing that. When I was at DreamCon, and I had the biggest awakening to that because when I went to DreamCon, I'm meeting people that are anime onlys. When I met Ree, he was the anime only. You get what I'm saying? I'm the one that I'm literally hitting every time I find out some new data information. Like, let me send this to Ree, just keep him up to date. Like, the tides are the winds of fate are changing, bro. Now you get what I'm saying? Like things are gonna. We're anime heads, so we can't expect casuals to see stuff and not be mad. Like if I'm a casual and I'm realizing, yo, why? Dang, it's been like 3 weeks. I'm waiting for them to drop the new episode to going back. Imagine watching Bleach as when you're growing, when you're coming up, and you're just a casual Bleach watcher on Adult Swim. You see Ichigo piece up Grimjaw, and you like, oh shit, this fight may be done. And then we literally write the next episode, you waiting for the next episode, and then you get put on with a whole 30 episode filler arc right in the middle of that shit. How am I supposed to feel like that, Cokes? As a fan, bro, how am I supposed to feel like that?
What year did you watch it?
But this was when it was coming out, when it was first coming out. Bleach, I was along the Bleach, One Piece, and Naruto. I legitimately got to see all the great anime grow. So they were nothing, and there was no big three. So, oh shit, they're getting their subscribers. They're the big three now. That's why I go hard for One Piece. Plus, you're fan in. I remember when we couldn't get no points in the community. Now people trying to take everything from us because we have too much. I remember those times.
I feel where you're coming from though, but that's why I said the context is important. But you said, how are you supposed to feel when you grew up and you were watching it? So
that's what I'm trying to tell you for people that are, if you're an anime casual, because even without me growing up, anime casuals are just people that are turning it on because they just want to watch, decompress, and they just want to watch anime. These not people that are like, yo, dang, scale is crazy. We go and look up the data book information. Let me go the author said about Gojo's favorite character. That stuff is not, it's not applicable because that's not happening for real. Only if you truly get into an anime, you lock in like that.
Just how you said, some people have never seen Naruto's war episode. They look it up on YouTube and they'll watch the whole. You can look up on YouTube, hey, what are the filler episodes?
But those are nerds, Coach. Those are nerds. Those aren't casuals. The casuals are watching it episode. That's why we put filler arcs in the middle of the war.
How deep into
in the middle of Grimjaw versus in the middle.
I won't say you're not a casual anymore.
Madara versus Hashirama, and then Naruto over there with the second Hokage reincarnated in Sasuke, and then you can give us a filler, a Naruto versus Naruto mech filler arc in the middle of that, and then come back to Kakashi versus Obito. Like, what the fuck are y'all doing? Y'all bugging.
Listen to like where you're talking about in the show. How deep into the show are you? I won't say you're not a casual.
I don't have to see. I'm not trying to nitpick at everything you say, but I'm just using that as an example. There are filler arcs way earlier in the show that I could be using. I'm just using the ones that I didn't like. But there are filler arcs in the show way earlier that I know turn people off from the show or make people say, all right, you just put this down for a little bit because nothing serious is going on right now. I'll pick the anime back up and more episodes are added on.
Okay, you talking about new shows.
Stuff that I don't care about. Or I'm a casual and I have to sit through it like, okay. It's like being a Barto fan when it first came out and you're a casual Barto fan. You're not sure if to really ride for this yet, but you're casually just watching it and you're realizing, yo, every week it's a new filler episode. Like, they're never changing the narrative of this shit. There's no way you can skip it. You get what I'm saying? Because you're watching through it because you're casual. You're not. I'm talking about new shows, new fans, casuals. That's what I'm talking about. We have to make it so, like, I shouldn't have to be a full-on nerd to fully enjoy this shit. That's what I'm trying to say. That's why I don't like Studio Pair. This is why I love One Piece. Even though you get filler arcs in One Piece or filler episodes in One Piece, they don't last long and they're still enjoyable. Bleach, I give Bleach some credit because their filler arcs are enjoyable. Naruto didn't have that many enjoyable filler arcs, in my opinion. But this is the problem. We shouldn't have to be dealing with the whole filler arc concept in the middle of an arc already, or in the middle of a crisis already. We shouldn't have to deal with that. I get the tactic of it, but we shouldn't have to deal with that. And that's why I was just saying we can't be disingenuous to casuals or new fans. Like, how do I feel when watching it? New fan just starts watching One Piece. Let's say they get caught up to Wano. They're thinking the next episode, oh, Kid and Law versus Big Mom, lit. Next week episode comes out, it's not Kid and Law versus Big Mom. It's a flashback. It's a montage of all of Kid and Law's interactions before getting to Wano and why they might be fighting Big Mom. So it's just a big ass recap. That's cool. It's fine and dandy, but as a casual, you're probably not prepared for that. Like, you weren't prepared for that to happen because you're casual watching. Only if you really invested in anime and nerd out, do you get like me and you or another person who just look up what they need to see compared to what they need to see. That's all I was trying to say.
I feel that.
I don't think I don't think you're wrong. I just wanted to clarify exactly where I'm coming from about the take of the new gen to the old gen.
No, that's fair. So can we at least both agree then excluding casuals, that's not an excuse anymore?
Yeah, I agree. Because if you're not a casual, you're supposed to be able to sit through that, and you're supposed to be able to sit through that and say, okay, I sat through the filler. Or like if I'm a One Piece fan, right, and I've been watching. Let's say I got into One Piece because I saw AMV. And I saw the last AMV I saw was Doflamingo versus Luffy Gear 4. And I probably dropped One Piece before. I'm a casual. I probably dropped One Piece before because it was moving too slow. And, I just wasn't feeling it. But then I see, like, I'm in the middle of a filler. The next episode I got coming up is a filler episode. But I know this story's about to get lit because I seen the AMVs and I know Gear 4 coming. This nigga about to like a fucking gorilla. I know it's coming. I'm going to now. I'm finding out that I'm not casual. I'm locking in because now I'm about to sit through that filler. I'm about to really watch this. Why is Luffy looking like this compared to why I never seen Luffy look like that before? Then you probably look and shit up. That's called Gear 4 Luffy. You here spoiling yourself. You like, oh shit, Gear 4. Dang, last time I saw him, he damn. I stopped watching after the Sky P and shit. I ain't know he had gear or anything. What the fuck is his gear?
Right.
You see, now you locking into the show and you getting more invested. Now you find out what you out. Now you like, yeah, Gear 4. Then you
across the line from the casual.
But that's after you get climbing that hill of being a casual. You know what I'm saying? That's when you start watching the show. I was watching 1 or 2 episodes at a time, but then, boy, I binged like 10 episodes straight, bro. Like, I ain't
I see.
Now, when those talks begin, it's a different anime. You're a different fan. You're not casual no more.
How many animes do you think it takes to cross the line from becoming a casual anime watcher? It's like a regular anime.
One. You just need the right anime.
They watch more than one. They're not casual anymore.
No. It only takes one.
Oh, I see. Okay, I see what you're saying.
I know some people that don't watch anime like that, but they One Piece heavy, bro. So you wouldn't even consider them a casual. He's just a fucking nerd when it comes to One Piece. So now he's not casual anymore because he just watches. When it comes to anime, he only watches One Piece. Or he might watch 3 anime, but those 3 anime, he knows everything about them. He's not casual. He's just picking on what he want to watch. All this. Or he hasn't gotten into other anime yet. Like, if you're a casual anime fan, if you're casually watching,
casual.
I can't tell you I'm a casual. You could probably say I'm an anime casual, like I watch anime. No, you're not. Like, you're not casual anymore. Like, you could go beyond being casual. Now you're a connoisseur. Like, I'm watching this, and like, so I watched season 1 of Kaiju number 8, and it was so crazy that I read the whole manga in 3 days. Does that sound casual? At all. Like, that's what I'm saying. That's not casual. That's not casual. Casual is when it's like, I might pick up book every now and again when I'm bored. I read like 3 chapters and put it down. You know, it was good though. Like when people were like, yo, it was good. I only read 3 chapters. I'm like, nigga, what's stopping you? The whole shit is out. Read it, bro. Life is a lot going on. I got to do this and that. I got to work. I'm a dad. Yeah, but you're casual because you letting life. Where me, I'm not casual. Like this is my life, nigga. I ain't gonna hold you. Like I get off work, I'm watching anime. Just
it's yourself a casual.
It's therapeutic for me now. Like I'm not casual, bro. I'm a counsel. I'm being counseled by the anime. I'm in the chair, like yeah. So my day was hard. That's legit how this is going. To me, that's just my take on it. Some people you tell somebody probably have a whole different spin on casual. Like I'm the anime.
Trip says he considers himself a casual fan, but know more about anime in general than the standard. Zaza also calls himself a casual, but I'm not gonna listen to Zaza because I don't think that's true. I think he's just trolling.
Trip is a casual, but it depends on the show. That's all. Like, if it's a One Piece, he's not casual. He's lying out his fucking neck. But if it's about like Kagurabachi, like an anime or a new manga or something, he pick it up when he's ready. You know what I'm saying? On top of that, it ain't even enough out on it. He understands that. So let it build up. I'm not a casual Kagurabachi guy. I'm on Kagurabachi. The newest chapter, I gotta have read that. Same vibes. I have to have read that. That's not casual. That's me being a fucking nerd. You know what I'm saying? That's me being a nerd, bro. That's just what that is. That's not casual. Is when I just come across it. I enjoy it when I come across it. Like watch this. I'm a casual Lil Durk fan. Do I go looking up Lil Durk's music and do I go, yo, Durk album went clean? When my boy plays it, I don't hate it. I actually like that song. That's a fire song. I could rock with that. But am I going to be adding Lil Durk's discography to my fucking playlist? No. I know Lil Durk. That's not the vibe. I need to put.
I was gonna say.
I'm not doing it.
Earlier today,
you know my president so that's the best way I can actually explain.
He was about to fade solo leveling.
You only listen to every Gucci Mane project, but you know Did you know? You got fans that just play that shit all the time. I'm a casual. My man's really on that though.
Type shit.
Yeah.
I was gonna say earlier today, my cousin had called me, and he was letting me know he was about to fade the Solo Leveling movie. I didn't even know that bitch was out. I wanted to know did you know?
It's not out. I thought it was out too because I seen the same shit. It's not actually out unless somebody link that I don't know about. Probably a link on Telegram or something. Telegram be having early anime links. Excuse me, but it's not supposed to be out. It's supposed to be coming out. It's not out.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
I saw it get a rating, like a 97 rating. I'm like, how the fuck we get a rating? I ain't seen this shit.
You know when it comes out? When it drops?
I seen a date on the post right before hopping on here. I was making my nachos. It was like, I think it's like, it's like in a week or two though. Like, it's really soon, before Christmas type vibes.
Okay. Oh, bet.
Yeah.
All right.
Because the movie is just a slight recap, kind of like how they did the 1,000 Year Blood War intro episode for this part that they just dropped. It's going to be a slight recap of the ending of what happened last season, and then I think like the first 2 episodes.
Oh, it's supposed to chat right here.
Season 2, and they're going to call that a movie. So basically, it's going to be a movie, but then you go back and watch season 2. It's going to be
something else Chip just said. What I mean is,
the ending of season
I'm a binge season. I binge it. Sometimes the anime and go straight to my shit.
What's up, though, Trip? People just said Trip.
In the comments right now. What's good in the chat? Glad to have y'all here.
I can't see the chat, so you know how I go.
You good. Something else Trip just said. What I mean is, I'm a binge a series. I binge it because it's good. Sometimes I drop the anime and go straight to the manga. So like I'm not even really an anime guy because I do say I love One Piece anime, One Piece manga, One Piece live action, or One Piece as a whole. For me, the whole piece from whatever medium.
That's where I was coming from when I said, I know you're just out here watching every anime trip. You're not doing that. I know people are out here making content, and they're literally reacting to every anime because they're creating the content. So they're like, okay, I gotta watch every anime. So they're casual to that anime, not deep diving into it. They're just getting the reactions or just watching it, whatever. Where I know where you trip, you're literally like, nope, I don't give a fuck about how nobody feel. I know I'm gonna enjoy this. I get to watch it wholesome. When I get after you watch it wholesome, you have your critique about it, and you let it be known how you feel, because you're trying to mainly respect the art that's actually being put out. So you're actually more intricate of a fan than a lot of people would give. But you're kind of like the casual, not the casual Discord type of take to it, but a lot of people on Discord are like that. They might not be super big on the anime. They will watch the anime, but they're really here for the manga. Like, you can't even use the One Piece anime in certain debates because you bring it up, they'll be like, yeah, I'm only talking about the manga.
Crazy enough,
real precise.
I'm talking with my guy.
So you're a nerd about what you're nerding about right now. You might be a casual towards the anime, but you do like the anime. But you only are on the anime because the source material is like that.
He's not going to continue watching anymore.
Not too many people that don't like manga, but they love the anime. But that's where I'm at with JJK
right now. Because he's like in our age.
Crazy enough. I was talking about John.
But he said what he's gonna do from now on. He's not listening to anybody from the internet. He's not listening to anybody from Twitter. He doesn't care what they think about new anime. He's not trying shit.
He said he's not gonna continue watching
check out more old anime. And he just missed
he's
when
not
he
gonna
was
pick
growing
up drop. He said from now because he's like in our age range.
So y'all all fucked it up for him.
More context to that because obviously what I was saying. But he said what he's gonna do from now on. He's not listening to anybody from the internet. He's not listening to anybody from Twitter. He doesn't care what they think about new anime. Not trying shit, just to try shit. He said he's just gonna check a bunch of old anime that he just missed when he was growing up. And he's just gonna see what that's about. He said he's done new gen recommendations. He doesn't give a fuck anymore. So y'all
they do a bunch of shit that's unnecessary. Like, I still don't care what nobody said. You motherfuckers will try to argue with me 1,000 times.
The nigga with the glass
kill off all these characters.
Nigga, he for sure should been like you.
You could have been killed off.
He should have been like a G4.
You killed off characters, and to me that's ridiculous, bro.
Every time I got killed,
ridiculous.
And they're two different type of shows, so I don't think all that type of metric. Like,
it's just utterly preposterous.
The nigga with the glasses definitely shouldn't have died. The 9 to 5 nigga, he for sure.
He should not have died. I don't care what no one says.
He's just like his mentor moving forward.
It just, even mentor or not, he just shouldn't have died, bro. It just didn't make any sense. And you know it's crazy because some people write themselves in a hole when they have characters like that. Like, that's how I feel about Naruto. The character that's kind of parallel to Nani is Yamato. Yamato was the same thing. Where was Yamato the whole Great Ninja War? Manipulated.
That Yamato.
Yeah, the one with the wood style. Like, he got manipulated and all this other shit, and it's like, yo, bro, you really was just a waste of air, bro. Like, they literally think about it. Yamato's cool. He helped Naruto learn the new jutsu with Kakashi. After that, what the fuck did you need him for? Because right after that, Naruto learns to control the tail beast, so we literally don't need Yamato for nothing. But he's literally being written out the picture. You know what I'm saying? He disappears and all this other stuff happens with Kabuto and him. I'm okay with that because he was already getting removed from the field of vision. Nami just got booted like ejector seat, bro. Like, he's driving, you everything's going fine and perfect, and somebody pressed the ejector seat button. You can't stop that flying. Unfair as fuck.
Oh, for JJK?
No, not my story though.
That's why.
Neither is it a story that I like, and then people keep telling me I need to read it. I'm sorry, bro. Step the art up. I don't care what nobody says. JJK, the most beautiful.
That's why I said I feel like we had this
I'm not
conversation.
hearing it. Like I've seen some
When the fights happen, I don't even care anymore. Like on like the why and like the how.
The majority of the time I'm watching, I'm reading.
I just go with it. It doesn't. I don't even try to figure out in my mind.
Yeah, I'm cool with it.
Oh, how can you do that?
I'm good.
One of them's dead. He can do it.
Probably
you can do it.
Right. I just like
That's why I said I feel we had this conversation.
The way they
when the fights happen, I don't even care anymore. Like on like the why and like the how things are happening. I just like whatever my eyes see, I just go with it. Like it doesn't. I don't even try to figure out in my mind. Oh, how can he do that attack now? I thought only 2 people in all of existence to do that attack, and one of them's dead. Oh, you can do it. It don't matter anymore. You can do it. Lit. Do it again. I don't care. Because the way they explain it, what are we talking about, man? We just wasting air. We just
feel like they try to be
on a Hunter vibe.
It wasn't like
I'm okay, but I'm okay with that. But to me, I feel like Hunter
for sure understand
that's part of Hunter's problem. So why would you take that part?
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? If you're gonna take that part, then you try to make it better and easier for
them. They like
easier to be understood.
We're gonna do this and we're gonna talk about that. Because of that, this is the negative. It's like we just making up.
I feel like it wasn't just like crazy simple, but if you listen to it maybe twice, for sure understand the majority of everything going on. Oh, okay, 3 different groups, and then okay, bet. Oh, and that's how. Okay, you gotta make a contract. Okay, all right, got it. Bet. So, with them, like times 3. We can do this, and then we gonna talk about that. And because of that, this is the negative, and this is the pot. It's like, are we just making up science? What are we doing?
Nah, I'm okay with the way they wanted to do curse energy. I really am. I just feel like you got too mathematical with it. That's all. That's all. I love the concept of curse energy because it's the same thing. The concept of curse energy is the same as like spiritual energy, like bleach type shit. Literally, it's damn near the same concept. They just explain it a lot to like, okay, watch this. Instead of making Kenpo, make an actual like type of Kenpo that they could have done. Like this is where Hunter really got me confused. I was cool with the certain limitations on the different types of men you could have and shit like that, or the certain like you could be a conjurer, you could be a manipulator. I was cool with that. What got confusing with me is when I learn all the base shit. And we get to see Gon with Bisky, and they're literally learning like they have to start fighting in slow motion and pick up on those motions until they could really literally if you get hit by one of those slow motion punches, it's gonna send you flying. Learning to master things like Poe, like subsidiaries of the actual technique, of the actual Nen ability. It got a little confusing because it was like, dang, like you gotta learn to fight like that at all times. Like, and it's just really fortifying. It's kind of like, it really reminded me a lot of hockey, or hockey really reminded me a lot of that when I first came across it. The issue that really stapled me on it though was like, you had to add everything together. Like it's like you got to do all the conjurer manipulator shit, and then you got to worry about the Poe and all this other shit. I just need to practice it until it became remote control, until it became second nature to them. Because this is not something you could be affording to think to turn on and turn off in the middle of a fight. Like that's the issue with Gyo should be a technique you should be using at all fucking times. That's how I feel about it. You should never. There's no time. You're trying to tell me I'm fighting a character like Hisoka and I'm not using it ever? Or I decide to use it in fight? No. That doesn't work. You have to use your 24/7 fighting that nigga. You need to see what you need to be able to. There's no way you're fighting him with an ability that annoying and you're just letting him fly free. You're not trying to see this invisibility shit going on with it. And it is invisible. There's no way around it unless you use Gyo. It just, to me, that just screams plot now. Like, you just written that this nigga had, it's like, the nigga that has Sharingan, he's not using fucking Sharingan. Like, no, use that shit. In Neji fights, before Neji fights, you see the veins pop out his eyes every time. He doesn't start a fight unless he does it.
Yeah, for sure.
Even when we were in the Chunin exam, the early part, Neji one and only time you got to see Neji do like hand signs for the Byakugan, where he goes and he goes Byakugan. After that,
shout out to
Neji just goes like this and then fight.
He
Said that nigga real hard until he really you and he get pissed and he got veins popping out. Now the nigga ready to fight you.
Yeah.
Niggas not fighting. Niggas not going into no battle lacking in their kit, bro. That's not what happens. That's why I feel Hunter x Hunter just plotted the fuck out in a sense.
Okay. I'm gonna read a couple comments. Shout out to Billy Yan for joining. My guy Reese says, part of the problem that I've seen in the anime creative space, there's so many animes to watch, but so few people actually take the time to learn them in depth.
Yes, Reed. Yes, Reed. That was that whole point of me saying I'm not really diving into the content, but then when there's the content, like they are diving in, like bro, you are casual to this. You cannot give a deep dive like you be deep diving it. No, bro, you can't. For you to do that, you believe that you're really invested into this show that much. Like, I won't come on here and randomly start spouting stuff about Yu-Gi-Oh! Because y'all be like, yo, Kez is a One Piece guy. He might know all the Yu-Gi-Oh! in the world, but I've never been on this platform preaching, or y'all don't see me post Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, watch this. People see me post Fire Force all the time, or Kagurabaki all the time. Like, when I'm on Threads, or on my story here, I'll post something about Fire Force or Soul Eater. Like, you hear me say all the time, I'm Soul Eater my shit for sure. You get what I'm saying? So you know if I ever cover that type of shit, it's not coming out of nowhere because you've been kind of warmed up to it. But for people that are just like, for somebody who just come, let's say they say that just came onto my Instagram, they see that he got One Piece shit on his bio. He got One Piece shit all through his page. I look at all his content, he's covering One Piece shit. So when I get on the live and I just start ranting about Soul, they're gonna be like, yo, I thought this was One Piece.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't want to hear nothing about no damn Black Star, even though he's the GOAT. I don't want to hear nothing about no damn Black Star right now. I'm trying to, nigga, what happened that? Didn't Blackbeard just take out Law, bro? Like, talk about that real quick. And it's no discredit. It's just I pre-game my content. I pre-game my page and my followers to One Piece. That's just it. So if I want to start stuff, I do. You have to start showing slowly that I am fully invested into this. Like, I'm talking to somebody the other day. They're judging Fire Force. Right? They cut off the story. They said stop watching it. They stopped reading it. They stopped this, that, and third. They don't like it. And I'm like, okay, well, they've never seen Soul Eater, so that's step one wrong. Is 2, Soul Eater connects. Soul Eater is Fire Force is the prelude to Soul Eater. So technically, if you watch Fire Force, you have to go watch Soul Eater right after, because they're literally tied into the same story. Like, if I tell you that Soul Eater is my top anime, I'm low-key telling you Fire Force is, because they're stories that connect to each other. There's no way you.
Yeah, no.
One's a prelude to the other story. I can't. It's like I love Naruto Shippuden, but I hated Naruto. I meet fans that say that all the time. Backwards. If you're talking about for your personal preference, it's cool. But if you're talking about objectively speaking, just like overall the anime, you have to like both of them. Like, I can't be like, yo, Naruto's the GOAT.
I literally didn't.
Luffy's the GOAT. The first part, not there. No, bro. Luffy's your GOAT. Just stand on it. Luffy's your GOAT. Naruto's your GOAT. Stand on it. Naruto's your GOAT. Eren Yeager's your GOAT. Stand on it. Eren Yeager is your GOAT. Then you ride for the show. That's just how it is. Yeah, that's how you rock.
Trip says, I literally didn't read the Gojo and Sukuna fight because I hated the art style and depiction of the choreography.
That's what we talking about. That's the same shit I be talking about, bro. I like JJ. I'm waiting for they to do it in the anime. Because the anime, I know it's gonna look phenomenal. But in the manga, I just be lost, bro. What's going
on? Zaza says, can we get past the main hero with the demon in him trope? I feel like I'm not mad at that. That's it.
Kagurashi is doing that right now, but it's still too early to say because he might awaken some shit,
No,
or we might
I
find out
think
some
with
shit going
me,
on with his Boruto or some shit. I don't know. But certain animes are. I don't think we're ever leaving. It's just too easy of a trope to feed off.
I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence about it. But like anytime I
I can
see
think
it,
of like 6
I feel like it's always paying
to start an
tribute to
anime
like
right
the
now,
OGs,
but they would all be
like some of the greatest anime.
in them, bro. It's just
You know? But on the backhand side of that coin,
I feel it. I think
I'm always
with
gonna
me,
do another show. And I'm most likely gonna think you're not gonna be able to search.
I wanted to stop.
Supersede that show that you're copying.
I don't know.
Referencing. So it's
I'm
like
on the fence about it.
I would like the
anytime I
show to
see
stand
it,
by its own.
I feel like it's always
It doesn't
paying
mean you have
tribute
to
to
get
like
rid
the
of the
OGs, like some of the greatest anime to ever come out. But
I feel
on
like
the back,
if you're gonna do it, you gotta do it at a certain
time I
level.
see it,
I don't want you
I'm
just
always gonna
do it.
think of another show.
If you can maintain a certain level of quality,
And I'm
fine with it.
mostly gonna think you're not gonna be able to proceed or supersede that show that you're copying or referencing. So it's like I would like your show to
as the young kids today would say,
a leg of its own. Does that mean you have to get rid of the trope? I feel like if you're gonna do it, you gotta do it at a certain level. I don't want you just to do it for the sake of doing it. If you can maintain a certain level of quality doing it, okay. But if it's gonna just be straggling along, just hanging off the strings of what the predecessors did, then you pack it up.
Yeah.
As the young kids today would say, put the fries in the bag.
Yeah, bro, that ass. Yeah, I feel like this. It's all about originality, and you could take something that's inspired and still have your own original idea to it. So you can do it to where you have a demon in you, or whatever the case may be. It's just how you get that demon in you, how it comes out of you. You gotta be as authentic as possible. You gotta be as authentic as possible in making these ideas. Like check this out. I actually like because my hero Deku is under the same trope. He has they're saviors, they're angels.
Yeah.
I like how they spun that, and it was like he could have access to. It was just to have a trust state, bro. It's legit.
Yeah, that's exactly what trust state.
We got to hey, should I? Oh no, this guy.
Like blocking all.
I don't know. What should I do?
And then get it done. Like,
and all of them doing the same thing.
We got to see Aang call for advice.
Say the word or not?
Aang like, yo, I have a solution.
That is one thing I did like about how they explained it.
We never got to see that. We got to see.
I don't know how many avatars were before him.
Should I kill
that? Could do it.
The same thing, and he still around to find his own.
Hey, should I? Because he unalive this guy, or should I not unalive this guy? I don't know.
Even the other,
all of them telling him the same thing.
So he still found a way.
You trying to say the word or not?
Off this thing.
I'm surprised nobody talked to him. Was Aang the first person to take someone's video?
Because I don't know how many avatars were before him, but every single one of them told him the same thing, and he still spun around to find his own way because he is so different than every avatar to come before him. Even other air avatars was crazy enough, so he still found a way. So I thought that was dope. I thought that was dope as well. I'm surprised nobody else thought to it. Was Aang the first person to take someone's video? Does he have that feat?
I would say publicly, yeah.
Okay, well, all right.
Yeah,
because none of us
person I know. Yeah, I didn't. The only other person I would mix the Lion gave him the ability to do that. It wasn't just a bloodbending technique then, because even when he said like what's it called? He had talked to the lion turtle, his forehead and all that. The same thing that he touched his forehead. It becomes in Avatar, but in Legend.
I've seen
Korra, it becomes a bloodbending ability. I can take the Korra.
On Twitter.
Oh wow.
Yes. So it became a. It was a will. Basically, it was one thing, and then it got retconned and turned into another. For the sake of Korra's narrative, to make it interesting.
Zaza said,
it is.
Man sat in the quiet.
I seen he had turned up and did it again in the Legend of Korra.
All went unalive that man.
Like this.
The Lion Turtle.
Season 1 bad guy that could take people.
Here, take this bending ability.
He did. He did. It was a flashback. They showed him into another person.
Let me teach this young man something real quick.
Zaza says, a man in a quiet place of Zen, and they all went to. They all went.
Well, I've been alive longer than all of them.
Wait, what? The lion turtle was like, "Oh no, those avatars are crazy."
Yeah.
LMAO. Here, take this bending ability.
Nah, that ass is probably what happened. He's like, yo, everybody keep telling this nigga the wrong shit. No,
Let me teach you something real quick. Just give him that he touched.
You could actually, yeah, you could actually make a very good argument that that's probably exactly what happened.
Who said that? It's telling you what? Well, I've been alive longer than all them niggas, so I say this.
On the lion turtle, like,
yeah.
On these spirits, and they're just like, nah, and the lion turtle, like he literally tells him. I forgot what the lion turtle said. Something about his righteous heart or some shit like that. It's like, cause that means he did peep that shit. You two rages, and everybody trying to taint your toes, twinkle toes. I got you. I got you.
It says what the bloodbenders were doing was chi blocking. Aang was doing what the turtles could do.
Yeah. That's basically what it is.
Yeah,
I was gonna say that I didn't know how to describe the bloodbending thing properly because they said something about I'd have to go rewatch Legend. I mean, to Legend of Korra. I'm a casual. You know what I'm saying? So I would have to either it's just bad memory or maybe, you know what I mean? I don't know, but I didn't care to remember. I just know when I first saw it, I know bloodbenders should do. The chi block makes a lot of sense.
Legend of Korra?
Yeah, I finished it. I think the only ever thing the season with the guy that could fly and shit. And they had the magma bender and all that. They had a question bender, a magma bender, a lava bender, and this girl that can manipulate water, that could bend her mind basically. And then the assassin nigga who ended up becoming the airbender that can fly. So yeah, it was a lot. It was dope as hell. I ain't gonna lie, that season was hard. That's probably the hardest season.
What would you rate it? Scale of 1 to 10.
Maybe an 8. I know it's not 8. It's not 8, like a 7. Because the arc before, I think I was not tapped in. But arc 1, I was cool with. It was a nice little introduction arc. Arc 2 felt like a little, because it was the whole part of the spirit world thing. Shit. Arc 2 kind of pissed me off. It was like, not necessarily, just felt dragged out a little bit.
What do you give the last Airbender?
Last Airbender?
Yeah, the original series.
Yeah.
I solidly give that I give that like 1 step above. I give that like a 9. It's like that's a really good show to get into if you're like of that age. Like if you're of Aang's age, you're just trying like, well, not 112, but like 12, 13.
Yeah.
If you watch something.
I think that's one of my favorite things about
Last Airbender is a very wholesome show to get into.
For the most part, they always teach you
morals, but it has morals to it. It has like it's one of the few things on Cartoon Network that will come on and you be like, right, this actually
do the right thing.
Or Nickelodeon, whichever one it came on. When it came on, you were like, oh shit, my kid might learn some fundamental values from this shit, good or bad. Learn some shit.
I think that's one of my favorite things about anime and like certain cartoons. Is for the most part they're always teaching good morals, like hold just like friends, always loyal to your friends, do the right thing, like the approach. And I think those are good things for people to have in their upbringing. So I think anime is a great teacher for that.
No, that is phenomenal.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So whenever I have some kids, I'm definitely gonna put them on the good stuff. Nothing like Berserk or anything. It's too early for that, but you know, all the kids.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect you to put them on the Berserk, not at all.
Yeah, I'll be hearing things about them.
I mean, don't get me wrong, Berserk not a bad show. You just got to make sure that the mental capacity of who you putting that on to, that they could deal with that, you know.
When they do remake that they're talking about, I'm a chat. I just
listen. I personally feel like the three-part series that they did on Netflix, there's like part 1, part 2, and part 3. That is good. Nothing's wrong with that shit. People just say again.
Is that the CGI one or no?
No. I mean, they got a little bit of CGI in it, but that's not the CGI one. They got one that they did strictly CGI. That's the one that people trash for real. I'm okay with that one getting trash. But the one that they did on Netflix, that's the 3-part series that I see people trashing. That one is like, nigga, this is probably why authors be like, you know what, I'm trying to hold in the profession after this shit. Y'all niggas, that shit was actually pretty good. Y'all niggas they hate in the community.
Right? I put on like anime students on One Piece.
I wanted to, did you have how many more topics you wanted to go over? I was going to ask if you wanted to open it up and let some people know if they wanted to.
No, we can let some people on.
Okay, yeah. Let's see what's going on.
Try to request it early.
This morning.
So as I says, I put on my anime students on One Piece and tell them never be insecure like Drake. Alright. What's good, Trip?
It was good, Trip.
What's happening?
I've been chilling.
Big vibes.
I believe at all. Yeah, this is more.
These comments.
It's just.
What did he say? You know, I don't know what he's responding to.
It's about slander.
I don't know how this is becoming the norm.
Yeah.
No, because he added me saying I didn't know that at all. And I'm like, I don't know what you're saying. I spoke on that you're saying you didn't know.
I think you talked about what you said about season 4.
Oh, season 2.
Yeah, the cheat.
Yeah, because season 2 was when they introduced the whole fucking Avatar watch, because that's when she lost the connection to the other Avatar. So they like delved into the history of the Avatar, which is not what they did in The Last Airbender. So when they did those things, some people took it as certain type of retcons and shit like that. For if you're the type of person who like can't ignore the holes in like certain story threads, then it would bother you. But if you could just seemingly like get through the shit and just follow with the next plot of what's going on, it's honestly very good. Like, it was perfect, given the fact that we're dealing with an adolescent avatar instead of a childlike avatar in this sense. So you kind of see yourself through her, like just trying to find her independence. You know what I'm saying? Like it's cool. I fucked with it for the most part.
This nigga, as I said, she lost her connection with my TV too.
Yeah. So I think that was again, no avatar is without fault. Like, she lost connection to her past. Aang literally abandoned the world for what century was it? For however long he bounced for, that allowed the Fire Nation fall into the power that it fell into. Like, they all, and as Aang did good, as it Korra literally brought back the Airbenders with fractions. You know what I'm saying? In season 3, like they're now, she didn't like bring back Airbenders that had died, or you could say, like when anyone dies in Avatar, their spirit goes into the spirit realm. But since she created a new spirit portal, and since she opened up a new, was it opened or closed? I forget. One of them was closed. One of the portals was closed. So therefore, the spirit realm and the earth were not like in sync type shit. So when she opened up that second one, it allowed everything to be in sync. And I guess you could say the spirits of the past airbenders were able to, like, come back and shit, and like grant people airbending abilities and keep the line going and shit, which was a key factor in being able to defeat them niggas in season 3.
I was gonna
Because
say,
Zahir
it
flying,
opened up season
what I mean? It
that
was
made
all the
me
airbenders that came together to create a giant tornado to stop him. You know what I mean? Like it, but not to even go into like the comparison and shit. All in all, I think Korra is very good. Like if you can watch it without holding on to the nostalgia of Aang's crew and a closed off ear from opinions from people who of how they feel about Korra, you will actually enjoy it. No bullshit.
Okay, I can believe that.
Yeah, because that's why I said for the age, like, if you're in the age of what you're watching for, like, if you're in the age of like where Aang's at for watching Aang, you'll enjoy it. It'll feel wholesome. But if you're a little bit more of a teenager, you probably want Legend of Korra for sure. She's a teenager, actually going through teenage shit, so you're gonna relate and feel that, and connect with that more. You know what I'm saying? And that opened up to what he said just now. To me, I didn't. Because, like I said, I objectively like season 2. I just, out of all the seasons on that show, season 2 is my least favorite. I would personally say that it did a lot for opening up what all of it came to be for season 3, basically. Because they were dealing with all the issues from season 2, they still dealt with them in season 3 and 4. Like, there were still issues to deal with. That's why like I liked season 2. It wasn't like it was one of those things where like we're still dealing with season 2 in season 3 and season 4. So overall, I still like it because it did a lot for the narrative.
Even in season 4, even in season 4, you're seeing, even though you're not dealing with the effects of it no more, you're seeing how it's affected everyday life now.
Yeah.
In season 4. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, just spirits themselves are more well accepted in the world. Whereas in season 2, when you saw a spirit, be it good or bad, you were in fear. It was like, a bad thing to you. Like Korra was able to merge the realms again and have the spirits and humans live in harmony once again and shit, which was a major fucking deal. Like that was a big deal and shit. So yeah, like she took her L's. She definitely took her L's. I think it's unfair the way they consider it because she had an overarching villain every season that she had to deal with, whereas Aang's villain was Ozai.
Yeah,
you're chasing down Ozai for 3 books. Moreover, you're trying to build your strength so you can challenge him and defeat him for 3 books. So it also feels a bit more satisfying because you have a lot more slice of life moments. The character progression is one goal oriented, like in the sense where all of this is to fight Ozai, whereas in Korra, everything is everything in that one season. Next season, we're on to some new shit. Things pace is moving fast, blah blah blah, and then it's the new thing dealt with. Next season, it's the new thing that has to, So I think that was another thing about Korra that probably, for most individuals, it wasn't what they were expecting when they moved over. They would have preferred adult Aang. You know what I'm saying? But that's not what was going on here.
A lesbian arc?
Yeah.
What is I saying? I'm not watching that shit. Love my bro's opinion, but I'm good. If he talk, just more hating.
Yeah, ain't no.
He said he know that was season 4.
There's a season 4.
It
was a good culmination, and even that, like, I don't. For one, I find it strange for anybody, any heterosexual male that's just hating on lesbians. You're supposed to try to join that party. I ain't gonna hold you. It's two bitches right there that need, you know what I'm saying? They either gonna use something that got batteries in it or not. You got a whole live, heart throbbing, vein pumping. Like you should be trying to get into that mix. So when Cora and Asami veered off, I wanted to go join them. You feel me? I was not upset. I was not mad at that. I was trying to go to the spirit realm with them. Like, yo, I know it's gonna go down. You feel me? Yeah. So, but long story short, man. Yeah. Again, it's just the character finding herself as an adult. Aang got to find himself as an avatar. I got to realize what he's as an avatar, then grow up. You know what I'm saying? Got, like fell in love, got the love of his life, yada, 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 all that shit. It's only so good to us because we don't see him grow as an adult and deal with adult problems and see how he falters here. Oh, he should have stood on business there. Damn, why did he get slipping right here? Damn, you weren't supposed to handle that way. You know what I'm saying? Blah, blah, blah. Like, we didn't get to see that from an adult Aang. So he's safe from that kind of scrutiny. Whereas Korra, we got to see her in these positions. And mind you, Aang and them kind of set it up to where the Avatar couldn't really be that. Like, for example, I feel it's ironic how they explain it, but Korra was a more fitting avatar for Aang's era, and Aang was a more fitting avatar for Korra's era. You know what I'm saying? Type shit.
Yeah, because you explained it properly just now. Aang was basically trying to become a proper avatar of Korra. She molded her whole life. When they told her she was going to be the avatar kid, she embraced it and was molded her whole life to be the avatar, but she never got to find out who Korra was as a person. Aang knew who he was. Korra didn't know who she was. So they had
they both about to be the avatar?
So you explained that perfectly, Trey. Yeah, that's it.
Like, I'm thinking about it. I would love to see Korra in Aang's era, like scrapping. I think they're
gonna do something like that now because this new avatar that they're about to come out is supposed to be a set of twins. So I think we're gonna get like both type of perspectives in one shebang. And that's what I
both. I'm not the avatar.
Mm-hmm.
No, only one of them is. Only one of them is.
The other one's a twin. Where it's going to be like this. One is the avatar who gets all the attention, and the other one is the twin that has to play the background in the shadows to the brother. I mean, to the other sister who's getting all the attention.
But
so
it's
going to have to play both of those.
Mad talented. But Brody is mad talented.
So it's going to be.
But I ain't gonna lie. I don't think they should. I think it's interesting. Like, I've seen these storylines, fan-made ones play out. I think this is supposed to be an official Nickelodeon joint, but I think they would do better animating the novels, the books that have come out.
See, I'm not too knowledgeable about all the books.
The books are fire. So my lady reads the books and shit, and the books are dope. The books are actually dope. Like, I had got the first one, which was about Kyoshi for her. And then they came out with a part 2 for Kyoshi, just kind of giving you her story. And then they came out with a Yang Chen one, also 2 books, or is it 3 even? I forget. I think they're dropping a Roku one now, and I think those are, because at the same time also have your Avatar comics, which give you insight to how the world of Korra came to be before Korra. You know what I'm saying? Stories started and shit. You got the Avatar Airbender comics and shit. I think they should just, play off those because the way you changed a lot of things in Korra, where people took it as a retcon or like a bad decision, whatever, like, you're gonna end up being forced to do the same with this just simply because it's an era jump. You know what I'm saying? You're jumping eras type shit. You know what I'm saying? So you're not skipping, but you're just going into a newer era. Like when I look at the difference in Korra's era and Aang's era, I'm like, yo, it's complete motherfucking revolutionary, industrious, complete change. I wouldn't be surprised if in this new era there's flying automobiles and shit. Like engineering done, bending might be something that's obsolete, but the Avatar cycle is still continuing because of the contract with Rava and shit. So, you know, it'd be interesting to see how they spin it, but I think they should leave it alone.
I'd be mad as hell if I'm that twin. I'd be pissed.
That's gonna be the narrative, because Trip explained it very, very well. Like that's usually that's the trope that a lot of people do. They split it, whereas season 1 is this, season 2 they'll do that, and then season 3 they'll try to bring it all together. That's legit what's happening right now. They did season 1 where he was ready to be himself. He didn't want to face the world. And then when they had Korra was ready to face the world. She didn't want to look in the mirror though. That was the problem with Shorty. She didn't know what to see looking in the mirror. Now you literally have these two. That's yin. That's legit yin yang, bro. And now you're about to make twins, and they're about to grow. They're about to probably start off.
I seen that today.
We always watch each other's back thing.
I seen that today.
This one gets too much shine, but always still supports his sibling. This one doesn't get that much shine, but always still supports.
Mind you,
and then they're gonna develop a friendship with somebody else that drags them apart. Yeah, some shit like that.
Mind you, they're earthbenders, and Shorty is an amputee. I don't know if they said she's blind. She's an amputee.
I seen that today.
You know,
I seen that today. I thought.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure what to think about that. I saw that. She lost.
Yeah, me neither. Exactly. I mean, I don't know what to really think about. That's why I said, like, if they drop a book about it, like, I think that's still fair game. But like, if you full on Nickelodeon episode every week, I think that's like, you know, you're doing something that I think you should do with the novels. You know what I'm saying? Like, fucking Kiyoshi's novel, bro. Like, Kiyoshi got one of the probably, and she lived a long fucking time too. So like, you could do a lot of shit with her shit. You can give us her Aang era, her Korra era, her adult era. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could really stretch it out with Kiyoshi. You feel me? I think they should did that. Like, I think the novels are the best bet. I was even gonna say that
Kiyoshi.
I know you've heard my take on the whole God Valley movie thing and shit, and how I'm like, it wouldn't work, blah blah blah. But if Oda drops a novel first, if he drops a light novel first, don't he gotta draw it out and give us panels and shit? He drop a light novel first, that movie can go.
If Oda does a novel,
I'm sorry, it's still not a movie, like a nice long special. My bad. Go ahead, read. I read my bad.
No, I didn't even catch it for real. If Oda dropped a novel for God Valley, this means Boichi would be doing the manga adaptation. And boy, in my opinion, I am more than prepared for that. Like, let's go.
Yeah, like, that would be fine too. I think it's so crazy. I think it's so crazy that like, you know, the way Toriyama took Toyotaro as his successor for drawing the manga and shit. I wouldn't say Oda should like make Boichi his successor, but in the sense of like giving us official One Piece manga content that isn't done by Oda, I think that works, because I just think it was dope to see like printed manga volumes of the Ace novel and the Nami Khalifa fight. You know what I'm saying? Like the printed manga volumes.
He did that shit. He did the Zoro versus Mihawk. That was pretty good.
Yeah, he did that. That's in the it's in the same like physical novel as the Nami one and shit. Someone else did the Sanji Food Wars joint, but yeah, I think that's a dope idea, and if Oda wants to give that, I think it'd be pretty cool if he gives us a light novel of the God Valley incident, and someone else gives us a manga adaptation of it. So therefore it could, because as far as I'm concerned, that Ace novel is canon. Sabo would most likely pull out that fucking technique that Ace pulled out on Whitebeard. Like, I'm mad I didn't like that has not been animated. That technique has not been animated kind of aggravates me. Like,
Stampede.
I'd have loved to see that in Marineford. I would have loved to see that in Marineford.
At least novel adaptation. But then they decided not to. And they came its own original Hype Beast. Originally supposed to be the Ace, not light novel stuff, including the stuff with the bro that he was like the rear admiral.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
They supposed to have her in it, all the stuff that we saw with the Whitebeard pirates that we watched, that we got the manga.
I wonder what Oda is doing with that. Like, what is he saving all for? Like Deuce and Asuka, like we gotta cross their paths. Luffy gotta meet those two individuals. Ain't no way he don't. I think he has to.
You gotta meet Deuce for sure.
You know what I mean? Like, if Luffy meet them, at least Sabo gotta meet them.
Wait, why wasn't Deuce in Marineford? That shit bothers me a lot. Or if I heard he was in Marineford, he just stayed on ship or something. Like, I could be mistaken. But where is Deuce in Marineford? That kind of bugged me a lot. Because at this point in time, he is still a Whitebeard pirate.
yes.
I didn't finish reading the Ace novel, but I don't think he's a Whitebeard pirate. I think only Ace became a Whitebeard pirate. He disbanded the rest of them to go do their own thing.
No.
If I'm not mistaken.
He disbanded the Spade Pirates, but all of the Spade Pirates entered the second division.
Just flat out introduced.
I see what's going on. Okay, so I mean, I don't.
Deuce was like a doctor assistant on the crew, basically. Where he
I know it's strange. I don't. Shit. I guess Oda's probably just saving that for like, something he can use if he needed to. You know what I'm saying? So he probably just, like the Ace novel isn't a thing at the time of Marineford, so he's not gonna just flat out introduce us to Deuce at that time. You know what I'm saying? Now,
I think
Oda deciding what, I ain't gonna lie, it still would kind of just be fraudulent because he is y'all's original captain. So y'all should have been crashing out just as much as Luffy at Marineford. You know what I'm saying? So I'm entertained because it'll actually begin to bother me too. That why it wasn't he there. If he was indeed on Whitebeard shit, I'd rather just believe that he wasn't even there. You know what I'm saying? And like he fuck around and caught the shit on the big screen like Rayleigh. You feel me? But he still owed, you know what I'm saying, introduction, Sabo and Luffy.
Yeah, because he said
Ace used to talk about y'all all the time. He got to.
They gotta meet.
He got to. You know what I'm saying? I see Sabo and like borderline shader on some. Like, man, Ace used to talk about you crying and laughing. You feel me?
Dude said he would only basically do stories about Luffy, or he would only give Morgan's information referring to Luffy. So in the actual ending of One Piece, I would like to see a book dropped about like how there's a Ragman book, or we actually learned that there's comics within the world of One Piece. There's something called there's a comic called Marco-san. There's one called the Red Dog. It's called Fire Dog. There's one Grosora, Great Warrior of the Sea, and there's one called Monkey Ball. These are all titles in One Piece, and they're depicting African characters. Fire Dog is about Sakazuki. Sora, Great Warrior of the Sea is seemingly about Sengoku, ironically. What's it called?
Wow. Interesting.
Yeah. That's why Sora, when you look at the pictures of Sora, Great Warrior of the Sea, it's literally depicted with a seagull on top of its head. That's the same thing Sengoku literally wears on top of it.
Wow.
And it's propaganda for the Navy. Because remember, Germa are the bad guys, and they're portrayed as pirates, while the fleet admiral, or the warrior of the sea, Sora, is seemingly fighting against, holding that at bay. holding them at bay, and that's basically the pirates versus the Navy. Basically, propaganda being used for. Monkey Ball is basically a picture of Sun Wukong, and to me, that's just Fleet Admiral Kong, because it seems like Fire Dog, Fleet Admiral Kong, Sakazuki, Kong, and Sengoku.
You're saying they have comics based on all the Fleet Admirals, is what you're saying?
Yeah, for propaganda purposes. Yeah. So eventually, I want them to drop a story about, because
I
want them to drop a story about Luffy.
You a cold nigga, because that ties into Joy Boy being inspired by the comic of Nika.
Yes.
World government knowing that. So you erase the comic of Nika, so that's not even a comic story anymore. And because you understood the power that had, matter of fact, let's put out our own comic character.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Boom, boom, bam. Damn, that's crazy. That's nutty.
Check this
that's
out.
wild. I wouldn't do that. I'm not mad at it. That's crazy.
Hear this final point on this, and you probably heard me say this before, Trip. I'm not Trip. Coach, you probably heard me say this before. Maybe more along the lines of when we first met. But I used to go on rants about how I think the One Piece may be a manga, right? Because Roger gets to Laugh 10, he's reading a story. Like, he's literally going through a story. He's like, yo, I wish I was born the same time as you, blah, blah, blah. I think that's what we're going to get with the actual story of One Piece. It's actually going to be a story. Because Oda literally, it was asked about this in the SBS. The same SBS where he revealed all that stuff about the comics with Kaido. I mean, not Kaido, where first he quotes Kaido's line when Kaido goes, your power is ridiculous. It looks like it's coming straight out of a comic book. And then the person that was asking the question asked Oda, like, if Kaido's saying this, do comics actually exist? He said, this is what he asked him, right? He says, do comics actually exist in One Piece? And do comics actually exist in One Piece? Has Kaido ever read One Piece? That's what the question that was asked, right? This is how Oda answered it. Oda says, yes, there are comics in the world of One Piece. They're done as picture books. They don't really have like the manga. I think he says they have something like context word bubbles. And then he completely ignores the last part of that question about Kaido not reading the One Piece. Like, he hasn't read the actual manga. Like, he literally just disregarded it. Usually, if Oda wanted to make fun of you for asking such a question, he would have just made fun of you. He didn't even make fun of that nigga, bro. He just ignored that nigga.
That's interesting.
Very interesting. I was like, yo, he ignored it, and then there's all this context about Roger reading some shit. That's some interesting ass motherfucking shit. I'm not gonna hold you. That's interesting. That makes me think the One Piece has something to do with something. You gotta know how to read a book or something to do some One Piece shit. You might need Robin for some more shit. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? I'm just saying. I thought that was very interesting.
For sure.
Nah, it's all that is nice and interesting. I ain't gonna hold you. I wanted to speak on the fucking fan letter shit after realizing that the fan letter is based on a light novel, and what we got was essentially like the first maybe 2-3 chapters of like a 10-chapter fan letter type shit.
Yeah.
So there could be part 2s coming.
No, it is.
And
it is.
I only know of 2 stories in the part 2. So, and that's like one of them is in Dressrosa. So it mimics the bar scene that we had just now, but they're talking about who's the world's greatest swordsman conversation again, and of course it's due to them seeing what Zoro just did to Pika, because this is in Dressrosa. It's like a battle goes to the Baratier to find Sanji to cook underneath that nigga, but he not there, of course, and shit. So
yeah. I was just about to say.
I would like to see more of those as well, as we're on this 6-month anime break. Like, I think that's the time. I don't think the One Piece animation and the One Piece I guess it's easier to like give us a reanimated arc than to like give us us completely new content, such as fan letters and shit, I guess it's easier to animate, to reanimate, you know, frames you already have and shit. But yeah, no, they definitely. I think One Piece is entering a segment now where they should really start capitalizing on just source materials. Like,
I think I give them too much credit. I think doing that, what you're saying, like I believe that for everything they announce about One Piece, they're keeping one or two things under wraps. So when we get an announcement about something, there's something else bigger being worked on here. They're just trying to.
So what you're saying is Oda has already, like, he's already designed and given a title for the next movie, the character for the next movie. We just don't know that shit yet.
Type shit. Like if we like watch if they like when they okay watch it, right. So for the reason why I feel like they're gonna do more fan letters because I already knew they were gonna do that because if we the most obvious thing is that we all realize that fan letters is a pre-time skip thing. Like they're celebrated as they go into the new world, but it's a fan letter about all their accomplishments leading up to going to Sabaody, returning to Sabaody. So it's a pre-time skip filled thing. These are the fans that they've collected along the pre-time skip. So at some point in time, we need to get the post-time skip before we enter the final saga fan letter. So I'm expecting that Dressrosa fan letter. We might get 2 parts of a fan letter for the post-time skip before final saga. Yeah, exactly. Like we got the before Dressrosa, and then we'll get the after they're coming out of Wano before they get the Egghead type of fan letter. Like when we see, like I definitely expect there to be a new fan letter now that Luffy's officially a Yonko. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's one of those things where it's like, go ahead.
Not to mention, I've understood Oda's movie pace, and we're probably gonna get another movie this time next year, cause it'll be about the middle of Elbaf. Yeah, I'm expecting it. I expect something nice too, man. I expect something nice. Oda better not play. It's too saucy at the moment. That'll be bullshit.
Yeah, I agree. I think we're gonna get, if we're not already getting a rollout for a movie, we'll be getting the rollout for a movie. So one of those two. I do think another movie's coming pretty soon. I think Oda's saving the movie for another hype year. Gear it up. Type shit.
What better year than the year you kicked off Elbaf? You feel me? And that's why I'm like, okay, he didn't do it for Egghead because he knew who was going to be in and out of there for real. You know what I'm saying? There's no need to steamroll and a headlining movie when, you know, we're barely ending an arc. Because when did Red came out in between Onigashima, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Red came out. For context, you're supposed to believe this is the crew prior to pulling up to Onigashima. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a Wano crew just right before Onigashima.
So I believe the next movie we get will be a crew that has already dealt with Egghead.
Yeah.
We're in Elbaf right now, and it's not going to be a crew that has left Elbaf, especially since we're thinking we're, walking out of Elbaf with certain level ups and power ups and shit. You know what I'm saying? A movie is not going to be where Oda displays it for the first time.
It has to be after Egghead because all of Film Red's implications led through Egghead. So we can't do a movie until we get rid of the last movie. It's kind of like we're still digesting the last.
I was reading
comments. Somebody was asking when Film Red was. We ate and we went and jogged it off a little bit. Like now we can afford to lay down. We all felt about it. You ain't supposed to just go to sleep.
I ain't gonna lie, man.
You gotta do it.
To me, Stampede is like,
yeah,
but it's
on my fault. Go ahead. What you about to say, Trip?
I don't think
nothing important.
I'm about to say
I'm just gonna add what you said.
I'm about to say what's good with you, Coach? Man, quiet now.
No, I was reading.
We get to it.
Somebody was asking me when the film Red was 2022. I was saying I feel like it was 2022, and I was thinking about. I ain't gonna lie, man. To me, Stampede is like one its own. I don't think any other One Piece movie.
It's the best movie. It's the best One Piece movie, bro. It is the best One Piece movie, though.
I don't think
it is the best movie. First of all, we start the movie off.
We get to it.
Bro, listen, bro, listen, man. My girl bought me the tickets to this movie before she got into One Piece. So she's taking me, right? And I'm thinking we about to miss the fucking intro and all that shit. My nigga, I walk into that theater saying, I said, yo, it's going down, it's fucking going down. Nah, listen, that was a great movie, man. Just the way it starts, the villain, his dry shit, like it's like I'm watching that shit and I'm like, damn, this is what fighting Kaido about to look like. And this is on a light scale. This is about to be what fighting Kaido look like on a light scale.
Can I say something to that point that you just said? Can I say something to that point you just said? And I just want to say, because I say this all the time, I feel like it falls on deaf ears. They use the choreography for Bullet versus the fucking Supernova. Half of the choreography for Bullet fighting the Supernova is Kaido fighting the worst five, bro. Like that's legit. Like you literally go on TikTok and watch them play Kaido versus like the same punch Kaido does and Bullet does on Luffy, Kaido does on Luffy. Like they're doing it together. It's the same walkthrough, bro. Shit, just Kaido just has a weapon and Bullet doesn't. So and all the times you see Kaido literally use an arm or whatever the case may be, it's all of the parallel. Just when you get a chance, go on TikTok. If I wanted to get on TikTok, I'll send it to y'all. But if you go on TikTok, type in Bullet and Kaido choreography. Just type that in and see what you find. I promise you, it's legit one of one. Like, oh, okay, this makes sense. I see why this was like everybody coming together on the roof to fight this one nigga, just so that this one nigga could get the finish off this one nigga. That's legit how it happened. But yeah,
so going off that, it was very aesthetically pleasing. Before the big mecha shit went on, you got you a nice brawl. Even after the mecha shit, you got a nice little finish off or brawl before the I'm gonna be king of the pirates exclamation. Fucking in the manga, we had just not too long ago had it been revealed that Killer was actually Kamazo.
Yeah.
So the Stampede readers in the theater, when we see Zoro and Killer clash, everyone's like murmuring to themselves and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because we know they've already fought and won. Like we already know how that fight's gonna end type shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's just the hype of it, like, and I guess because as a active week to week reader at that moment, the movie felt different again, and I think it's just because of the type of movie it was. Like, it comes very like that movie and film Gold to me are like my best movies. It's the Straw Hats just out on a good time, and some shit pop off, some serious shit pop off, mind you, and it becomes this epic big battle for us to hurry up and get the fuck on out of here type shit.
Exactly.
That's why those two movies are my favorite. Like the Straw Hats in a casino, bro. That sound like trouble, nigga. That just sound like trouble.
Yeah.
The Straw Hats at a free for all party pirate fest. What y'all got going on, bro? Like, I know at least 4 niggas on that crew that's gonna be in trouble. Like, for at least 4. They gonna be in some shit. And 3 of them niggas is motherfucking the top 4. You feel me? It's not a good mix, man. But so yeah, I really like those kind of. It gives me Sabaody vibes, and Sabaody is my favorite artist. You feel me? Gives me Sabaody vibes. You know, that's my favorite arc. You feel me? So, the next movie, yeah, I would like it to give me Skypiea vibes, because that's what Elbath is giving me.
Spitting right now.
That's what Elbath giving me. Elbath is giving me Skypiea vibes, and I like those kind of vibes in a movie. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
Hey,
My two.
what do you think the next One Piece film will be about?
No, what
I can't call it, bro, because I can't call it, man. I couldn't predict what Red was about. And when I saw the title Stampede, I couldn't guess that was what it would have been about.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I used to think what Tripp was saying about the whole Skypiea vibe. I don't know if we're gonna get that because we're already getting Skypiea implications within Elbath right now, and Strong World was borderline that because we had the Flying Fortress. So I don't know if Oda's gonna go about doing this, and he even had the whole thing about. And I think this kind of plays into the people of Elbath, like what's like why Louis Arnott says don't linger in Elbath. If you notice in the end of Skypiea, the people that were on the not Skypiea, Strong World, the people that were on that island that was floating in the air, they began to grow wings on their body, and they told Robin, and the lady told Robin the bar, it's like that. It's like we want to become free, or like we feel like we can fly, you know. What she was saying as a joke, exaggerating. And then at the end of the arc, when the island came crashing down, they were worried about the people that were on the island. They actually were flying, and I feel like this is something that people overlook immensely, and I think it's a big context clue to why we may be seeing the whole thing with Louis Arnott saying do not linger in Elbath for long, because this isn't somewhere that you're supposed to, like, this isn't your natural habitat. You get what I'm saying? So now that you are lingering here, do some people begin to take on giant effects, or is there something else on the island that may hinder us as normal people in Elbath, normal sized people in Elbath compared to the giants that are already in Elbath? So it's just something I feel like it's retrospectively, I think we are going to get more on. But going back to Reed's question, I feel like if we get into the movie, I personally feel like now's the time more than ever to do the Navy, or to do, if you're going to do a movie on like the Navy, even if you don't go over God Valley for real, you could legit go from Marine to Marine that we know. You can go Smoker, you could go from Smoker to Kobe and legit show us the perspective of being a Marine among pirates. And we could legit get to see Garp and Goku in their heyday. You know what I'm saying? Throw Zed in there if you want to. I don't give a fuck. Make him canon since we're doing a movie already about the Navy. Throw him in that bitch. We could get context to all of this shit. Because like I was saying in one of my other streams the other day, I would like it that let's say Zed becomes canon, right? Admiral Zed. Let's say he becomes canon. How does he become canon? I would like it if Hanafuda was the nigga that took his arm. Because we get Hanafuda as a new warlord. We don't know about besides that he fought Ace and he was in dealings with Kaido most likely. The nigga had a blade and he's known as King of the Lizards. King of the Lizards isn't just an epithet because he had the ancient Zoan devil fruits. That's an actual epithet known to the T-Rex. King of the Lizards. And I always used to say, why did we get Drake as a off-brand version of a T-Rex? It's because he had plans for someone that actually had that devil fruit, an ancient devil fruit user who was a collector of other ancient devil fruit, and was invited to the seat to become a warlord after even taking the arm and doing what he did to Admiral Zephyr. It would literally make every plot line connect. So he could just do that and then make it all connect in canon, but he doesn't have to. That's more my hypothetical head canon. It would be dope if he did that.
That would be dope. I would prefer it if he linked it to Mihawk, because it's an active plot. It'll serve as an active plot thread. With the King Lizard thing, it wouldn't be an active plot thread because I don't think we're going to be dealing with the King Lizard guy anymore, or in the story.
Okay,
we would actually be able to get verbatim confirmation from Mihawk that I am the one that did that type shit.
The only thing is the person that took Admiral Zephyr's arm confirmed a devil fruit eater.
I'm gonna keep it a fact.
And that's because I used to say the same thing. It had to be Mihawk, but then when I heard it wasn't Mihawk and they cut his arm off, I was like, okay, well maybe Dolphy, and I'm like, no, not Dolphy. I think that's a little too soon for Dolphy. Like, maybe Moria, because we knew Moria was a swordsman back in the day, you know, and he's a devil fruit eater. So it could have been Moria, but I wouldn't want it to be Moria because of everything you already got between him and Kaido. When Hanafuda got introduced, up until when Hanafuda got introduced, I was like either Mihawk or Moria, but
now, was he a warlord or a warlord candidate?
No. They after he took the arm and did all the atrocious shit, they then invited that same warlord to become a. They invited that pirate to become a warlord.
I gotta pause y'all.
How you gonna do all this fuck shit?
No, I'm saying I'm speaking specifically on the pirate. Did he accept said invitation?
Oh, we don't know. No, I'm guessing he did. They spoke on it as in he was being invited to have the table. Became actual.
But what Zeph was saying wasn't even in the confirmation terms. It was just more so that they even invited him to become a warlord. Whether he accepted or not, it was a fact.
I gotta pause y'all. I have no clue who the fuck y'all talking about right now.
Film Z, Purple.
In the Ace novel. In the Ace novel. Oh, you talking about the Zephyr guy? You don't know? Film Z.
What lizard? Nigga.
Film Z, man.
Warlord.
The lizard nigga warlord that Ace beat when he was a supernova.
Yeah. Okay. So what I'm basically saying is, you take the Hanafuda plot line and you mesh it with the Z plot line, it naturally meshes with everything already going on without you having to make anything else any more canon than it already is. All it takes is one data book statement. That's legit all it takes. Everything actually seemingly lines up properly.
I would prefer it to. I think I told you this already, Nika, that I would like to see it in the form of flashback between Kuzan and Aokiji. I'm sorry, Kizaru and Aokiji.
Okay, I thought you meant Akainu.
I'd like to see it.
I like that.
I like to see it played out in a flashback between the two of them. Like, you know, like of course Aokiji had that relationship with Garp, but you know what I'm saying. Who did they all have a relationship with? You know what I'm saying? And I think it would be significant if it was Zeph. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And then, because it would also add to the disdain towards the warlords that Akainu feels, because I imagine he would feel the same way about,
he does.
You know, the warlords if they did that to his sensei. You know what I'm saying? Or someone he wanted respect for, or it don't even got to involve Akainu, because the fact that Kuzan was involved in Film Z, and shit, prior to this shit we have drawn panel, the only time you've ever seen Kizaru shed a tear was having to kill Zephyr. He probably didn't shed a tear. I think the other
there would have been emotional discomfort, though. I get you.
But yeah, there's a, you know, because there was emotional discomfort for that was shown for Kizaru in that fight. So it would make sense. It was like, you know, just linked, tied through a flashback between Aokiji and Kizaru. I would like to see that.
And I'm gonna be fair. I used to give Kizaru shit for what happened in Film Z because I shit on him immensely for it. I dialed back now because now I see that he's just a trolling liar. Due to what Oda has revealed about, you know, how him helping Luffy and shit. But basically, Zephyr overpowers Kizaru. And then when they're back in, when he offers confrontation, and when they're back in when they're back at the summit meeting where they're talking about the war meeting, basically, Dynastone blew up, and basically Kizaru knows full and well that this probably not enough to get rid of my sensei. The situation is taking care of itself. And then right when he said that, if you see Soul Eater, you know what I'm talking about. Suru is like, fool. You think that was enough to get rid of him, you have another thing to come. Don't be naive. For me, an admiral being that naive was like, yo, this nigga is ass, bro. Like, he's just booty. So I was trolling and trashing the fuck out of him. Now that I actually take it into context, that was the same. And probably was saying that the situation taking care of itself.
He was trying to call the mission dead. Exactly. You feel me?
Exactly. Yeah.
That's like after Ohara, you feel me? And you know, Aokiji's like the situation handled himself just so he don't gotta go after Robin and shit no more. You feel me? Like it's probably just one of them top takes.
Yeah.
But all in all though, I think like I said, I think at this point I'd like to see more specials from One Piece. More specials, more fucking
You just reminded me of a point from earlier. Okay. So
I think they got a crossover happening soon. I think they're supposed to do another Dragon Ball crossover, if I'm not mistaken.
I think Oda's supposed to draw the cover, and then for something for Dragon Ball, and then I think there is
he's drawing the next cover tribute. He's drawing the next cover tribute, which is the last for Toriyama. But I don't think it's gonna end there. Of course, I think they're gonna double down with like, you know, a crossover chapter or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Probably not a crossover chapter, but something of the sorts. You know what I'm saying? That'll be, you know, a One Piece special related, or even
give me UI versus.
You remember how Oda gave us that Road to Laughter chapters?
Yeah, that was some of my favorites.
I want more of those. I ain't gonna lie to you.
There's a goal for that. Someone on a 3-month break, and then on the 3rd month of the break, he released 4 data book type chapters, basically, of each week. I
need more of those, bro. Because you could go back to those data books. Data books. You can go back to those log chapters right now to like confirm or deconfirm certain information, and I think that's powerful.
Hell yeah, I do it all the time. Like my whole Rocks is Alive thing, I don't want to go on a tangent like that. Not Rocks Alive, but his will is like more than breathing, and it's because of all the shit they put in Rocks Alive. His bounty is like bounties are supposed to be reissued, and I see a picture of Rocks. Why is his bounty getting reissued? Like, what are we talking about? Exactly.
I like to go straight to there, screenshot the panel of Mihawk, because the statements it got for Brody right there is just nasty.
Very nasty.
What is like? Look at what it say right here, bro. Like, what you gonna do with that?
Yep.
Look what it say about this man right here. What you supposed to do with that?
Yep. All that.
World's greatest swordsman. World's greatest swordsman. World's strongest sword. Like, bro, leave him alone. Go home, bro. Like, this is leave it. Leave it, man.
Debate your mom, bro. What did you say?
Different.
Okay, I wanted to say, this is the point I remembered I wanted to say. The reason why I think they're animating the arts now, remastering the arts, is because when Wit does its studio, like, I'm guessing Wit is going to handle not only East Blue, but a lot of pre-time skip shit. I think they want it to.
I think they started from the beginning.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. By the time the pre-time skip is done, they want that to be where you can just smoothly transition over into the new version of Fishman Island. That's what I personally am thinking, but I don't know, because I heard Wit had ambitions of doing more than just pre-time skip. They want to keep it. So I don't know how. When this first started, there was these editors, they're not editors, there was a team of Toei. Not everybody was for this Wit shit. Yeah, that was clearly by directors and all that shit. Some people were showing disagreements. So I don't know how smooth it is with the transition from Wit and Toei, or the Toei and the Wit. I don't know if we're ever gonna get the fusion. You know what I mean? Fusion between Wit and Toei to make the ultimate One Piece shit. I don't know if we're ever gonna. That would be great. I don't know how it's gonna work. I know that they're working on this shit. Yeah. So that's, you know what I mean?
They should, and if I'm not I look at the fan letter like it's a Wit and Toei combination. Because remember, you didn't get the cat. You didn't get Toei's cat in the beginning of that episode.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't. No, wait. It's the Toei cat, but it is the animation that we strictly see in the opening for Egghead. The fan letter is done strictly with the animation that we see in the opening for Egghead. And I always said that the opening for Egghead looks crazy but it's not the same animation that they're using in the actual anime. I always felt like that was a prototype test run type shit.
I see.
I was like, okay,
because I feel like that's what the Wit Studios is gonna be. But then I saw what the Wit Studio like the trailer teasers and shit. Then I was like, oh, this is gonna be real. Like you're supposed to watch this with some sunlight coming through the drapes. You feel me? Like this shit gonna be nice. You feel me? So it's I think it's necessary. It'll definitely revitalize the series in a sense, and for the newer audiences, you know what I'm saying? Like I think it's very, very good for them. But as far as the combination you're talking about, like Wit and Toei, like they should just dump bags on movies for that.
Yeah.
Because then they could get it to us more consistently.
That's how I felt about the fan letter. I was hoping the fan letter, like I wanted it to kind of be I wanted it to have been a movie. Personally.
They could afford. I feel like they could afford to give us these seasons, right? And instead of giving us filler, like instead of giving us like 5 filler episodes type shit, you could take that break and just put out a movie and come back to the manga content.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it don't got to be a movie. It could just be a special if you're just trying to transition from like an Egghead to Elbaf. You know what I'm saying? But if you're going from a Whole Cake to Wano, drop a movie in between, before, after that reverie. You know what I'm saying? When you're going to from a Punk Hazard to Dressrosa, you know what I'm saying? Light little long special, you feel me? But when we going from a Dressrosa to a Whole Cake, when we going from a Zoe to a Whole Cake, give us that movie, because we know how long how long we finna be in a Whole Cake. When we going from Whole Cake to Wano, give us a movie, because you know how long we finna be in Wano.
I like that.
You know what I'm saying? But when we were like going from Wano to Egghead, drop a fast special, because we're not even going to be in Egghead too long. You know what I'm saying?
Do you feel like they should be movie movies, or do you feel like they should be movies like how they did the Skypiea art and then they made a Skypiea movie?
No, it should be a movie. It should be a movie. You know what I'm saying? So let's say in between the big arcs, you give us a movie. When it's a small arc, when you're going from a small arc to a big arc, give us like a fan letter special. Give us like an hour-long fan letter special or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
They had to pay
but definitely, I feel like they have the capability, or they can be able to, instead of giving us fillers, you can take your breaks, so you don't have to hit us with a 6-monther like this. You can take your breaks, drop your movies, and just strictly drop manga content into the anime. So there's no, you don't got to worry about filler tarnishing any legacy. You could give your studio animation time to like chill in between breaks, or like you could actually afford to put the team off for Christmas. You know what I'm saying? Because we just finished this arc on time. Like look around when we finished Egghead. It would have been the perfect time for the One Piece staff to go on break if they had a movie lined up ready to go already.
Okay, I agree with you on the movie take. Only thing I feel like it would be a problem with it is that it takes a little long to make a movie. That's why I feel like when they were doing like the episode, I feel like it goes back to what you were saying earlier. Maybe they're doing this other stuff because they already have the foundation base work done for it. So remastering it wouldn't be as hard or take as long if you're just revamping. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes for Film Red, if I'm not mistaken, it took them like 2 years to really get everything all together type shit. You know what I'm saying? So I would say,
yeah, because now that I do think about it, like a movie be promoted for about a year or so before it even drops for real. So it's like, I guess that is kind of still a tight ship, a tight schedule to run. But all in all, I feel like One Piece will do itself a favor by actually taking breaks in between arcs and utilizing dropping movies in between those breaks or specials. Whether you have a separate team working on the movie or the special while the actual series is ongoing. How that works, I imagine they got to work that out. But
Okay.
I think it's something, and not to mention, it's just I love the fact that One Piece has so much shit that you can just like, okay, even like now, even though like Oda is giving us the Rocky Port incident now in the SBS, somebody can now take that as a storyboard and go
Yeah.
crazy for a one shot.
Yeah. Boichi could do it. I listen. All this shit Oda doing, I
You know
got
what I
high
mean?
hopes.
Type shit. Like that type of shit. So like the amount of the start of Aokiji and Kuzan. Wait, no, the start of Aokiji and Akainu.
Oh, okay.
How that like how the conversation started from the office when the request and submission when the request submissions and recommendations were getting turned in to them being on Punk Hazard. You know what I'm saying? Like the discussions that was going on in those Marine offices before it ended up being we need to go find a secluded island to hash this decision.
Yeah, I would
You know
like.
what I'm saying?
Yeah. I would like a
Goddamn,
conversation between Kuzan and Smoker before that battle takes place. Like,
you know what I'm saying? Like just what was the shit that was going on Hachinosu before them niggas pulled up, before Garp and them pulled up. You know what I'm saying? Like but and then a lot of certain scenarios you feel like okay, Oda's not touching on this because he wants to actually save it for something. But
yeah, I was gonna say
for example,
Rocky Port could be a law novel. Like, that could be some law novel content deeper towards the end, like low key.
True. But for example, Blackbeard and Shanks, right? I don't think how Shanks got scarred is going to be laid out for us via a whole chapter. I think it'll be like a 3-page flashback, maybe.
Okay.
But I don't think it'll be a whole. I don't think it'll be a whole. Yeah, treated like God Valley type shit.
Yeah, I would.
Now, say for example that doesn't happen. This is something somebody that's official from the One Piece staff can say, hey, Oda Sensei, can I depict this? Yeah, fuck it, go ahead. Just make sure Shanks don't look like a bitch.
Yeah,
and Blackbeard is not to be underestimated.
You might give us a Shanks or a Blackbeard now. One of the two of those.
Fucking the first, like, at Roger's execution, we all know everyone that was present. We know Buggy and Shanks had a conversation. Who else did Shanks have a conversation with? Did he have a conversation with Mihawk? Did Mihawk and Crocodile have a conversation while they were there? Will we see that Mihawk was a female there? Because they always make sure to show us the back of the head. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just shit like that. Like,
very interesting shit. Very interesting.
Did Kid Smoker bump into a young Shanks and fear for his fucking life, even though Shanks was moping because he's sad?
I don't like how we make Smoker.
And Shanks just realizes he bumped into somebody that was going to grow up to be a problem. Like, it's just so many different things in the world of One Piece that you could be like, okay, while Luffy and them are doing this, let's focus on this. Let me show you this. Let's talk about this. I bullshit you not. I would like to I was so hyped when Vegapunk was talking his talk, and then they showed us some people in Skypiea that they're just chilling, just doing their normal everyday Skypiea and shit. Like, I'd love to like, what's going on in Skypiea right now? Like, what the fuck is them niggas up to that we was fighting?
Tranquility. No,
I understand that, but like, so I'd like to see how they are living and handling and accepting it, because what was his name? Shout out that nigga. He a cold nigga. Wiper.
Yes, sir.
Wiper had been You know, it was guerrilla warfare.
Years.
Wiper had been on years, bro.
That just doesn't go away over one night. Yeah,
it don't. You did that as a child. You learned how to wake up and go to sleep a warrior at war. How do you now wake up and go to sleep as a warrior at peace? I want to see that new way of living for them. And it would just be interesting to see.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like shit like that.
Yeah.
It's just, you know,
That's why like
One Piece is so vast and so big, bro. Like it's so much, bro. It's just so much.
What you just said is why I like Jinbei so much, because he's the living embodiment of what Fisher Tiger was hoping for. Like he's doing what Fisher Tiger couldn't do. Fisher Tiger could parlay with Emu. I mean, Fisher Tiger couldn't do that. Jinbei can. Jinbei's showing how he pushed that narrative. Why Utahime, Shirahoshi showing why Utahime was pushing her narrative with her relationship with Luffy. They're doing that. So I want to see that. I want to see that go full circle.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Like and y'all can attest to it, man. Volume 107. Luffy and them are only in 2 chapters, the first 2. And I know y'all, every One Piece fan enjoyed that segment from when we left Luffy, went around, did our world tour, and then came back. And the Seraphim were captured. You know what I'm saying? This is right before we now have to fight Kizaru type shit. And the Lucci and Zoro shit kick off. Right before that, we're gone for 8 chapters, just dealing with Blackbeard, dealing with Shanks, Aokiji Garp, you know, all this shit, Garling, all that nonsense. Y'all enjoyed the fuck out that shit, if I'm not mistaken. Chapter to chapter, y'all were like, yo, we don't need to go back to Egghead right now. Even though Egghead is lit, it's going down over there.
That's right.
What's going on? Next island. What's over there? What they doing?
Yeah.
You feel me? But then Oda came back to Egghead because we jumping. At this point, we 8 chapters away now. Like, let's wrap this up.
So when
you see me? He wrapped it up so quick. He didn't even focus on Zoro's fight. Let's highlight that. He wrapped that shit up so fast. He didn't even focus on Zoro's fight. Let's highlight that. So with that being said, bro, chop, bali. Like even right now in Elbaf, bro, he gave Robin half the chapter. He's like, yeah, we gonna get this out the way now. He gave her half the chapter, gang. You don't got to think about it. 6 pages.
When you said that, I forgot. I'm behind. I haven't read the last chapter. I didn't know it came out last night or this morning, so that's why I thought about it.
My bad. My bad. Apologies, Brody.
I'm gonna read it tonight.
But yeah,
you can
bro, he's good. But like, bro, he gave her half the chapter. Like, we gonna get this out the way now. You know what I'm saying? And then at the same time, just putting it out there that, hey, I know y'all want the Straw Hats to separate again, to venture off. They also want to venture off as well. I like how he had them note to that like, yeah, I kind of want to look around too, nigga. You feel me? But like, yeah, his pacing with it is a bit different now, and I feel like he's doing that so he can afford to go outside, you know, outside of what's going on with the Straw Hats, and then be able to address those things before coming back to them. You know what I mean? So
now was the perfect time. Now was the perfect time for him to actually cut away.
No, it is, but like, so peep it, right? Next chapter comes, Robin decides I'm gonna stay with Saul for a little bit and meet up with y'all, because that's what's gonna happen. We know that there's supposed to be a banquet. Them niggas is gonna split up and say we're gonna meet back up for the banquet. You feel me? They're either gonna split up and meet back up before the banquet or split up after the banquet. But I can see it happening to where, you know, we're gonna split up and meet back up before the banquet type shit.
I'd like them to split up at the banquet. I like the banquet. I'd like the banquet to be the reason we split up. I want some more shiesty shit to go down. I'm down for Elbath to take a flip and let's get. I wouldn't be mad now if they legit drank the Absteen again and woke up in the and then, like I said, the crew split. Some of them wake up in this realm, some of them wake up in that realm, some of them wake up in that realm. Like, I wouldn't be mad at that. I would want to find out about the Heaven's Realm still. I won't lie. I do want to find out about Heaven's Realm without being a surprise. I want us to be going there and we were going. It's about to come and get it.
I'm not gonna lie to you. There's one thing I want to see. There's something I do want to see in Elbath though, and it's a filler arc that Oda wanted to be canon.
Talking about the girl.
You know what I'm talking about?
The giant?
Not the giant. No. It's East Blue filler.
The Davy Bunk fights?
No.
Nope.
That's not East Blue. Davy back is Grand Line already. That's after.
Oh, yeah.
That's after.
All right. Let me just go ahead and tell y'all then. Do y'all remember the Millennium Dragons?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Yeah. I wouldn't. I guess that.
Yeah.
They could be up there in the heaven realm. That could be.
Give me one. Just put one in the Heavens realm, so I know they exist in the story for real, and I'm good.
Okay. Okay.
I'm good. And of course, give me some Lunarians. Give me some. I mean, just first of all, just let me see more races other than giants here. But even if it's just giants, like I understand what Oda's on, so like I'll take it for all intended purposes, But yeah, like that Heaven's Realm, I'm expecting that to be where mythos exists, to say the least.
Okay, I say this too. So I thought about something. Still something unexplained about with Roger, and to me, it would tie into Scopper Gaban if we did get answers for Scopper Gaban. The egg on his goddamn ship. We never get anything with that. We know he had a giant. There was a giant egg on Roger's ship.
Oh, the egg.
Yeah, the egg. There was a giant egg on Roger's ship. I was about to tie it in. Now, if we make the Millennial Dragon canon, that could be something that is in the egg, and I would want Scopper to be the one overseeing this because we know Rayleigh ain't holding it down. Rayleigh, he off doing what Rayleigh's doing, but that's not Rayleigh's responsibility.
On my dog, bro.
No.
Easy on my dog.
I'm not even trying to talk mess because this could be in Roger discovering that egg. It could have been something that was a Scopper thing originally in the first place. So maybe Scopper is the one overseeing it because it was his responsibility.
It's Scopper's egg. Like it's actually Scopper's egg. It's just
okay. Remember Punk Hazard and remember Punk Hazard. Sanji is the one he's the one that he's the one that opened up the door for Kinemon to kind of like talk his shit and let us know what's going on the island. And then when we were leaving Punk Hazard, not leaving Punk Hazard, but we were leaving the lab, Sanji made it to where it was like, yo, I gotta help him get his money. I gotta be the one to take responsibility of this because whatever the case may be, we found him. Blah, blah, blah. So I'm just saying, Scopper took the responsibility of overseeing the egg, basically, in that type of light, because it would be a parallel to the left-hand man. If we are going to parallel Sanji in that way, another example of seeing that would be something like every time we see Zoro take responsibility, it's normally on some battle shit. When Sanji takes responsibility, it's normally on some like, okay, I'm like overseeing the crew. Let me try and look out. Like when he did that Enies Lobby, when he boarded the train, or Water 7, he boarded the train to Enies Lobby.
Yeah.
He always seems to take let me try. Like even when he did what he did at Zoe. I mean, okay.
I got one better for you. Not better necessarily, but it's following the thought process. Rayleigh has successfully dropped off every crew member at their place of origin.
Yeah.
Now it's him and Scopper and the egg.
He could be telling
Scopper takes the egg with him, like, yeah, I'll stay with it. I'll keep it till it hatches type shit.
Yeah.
Cause I know you going back to Shockey. I already know, gang. You was not focused on that fight that we was having when she was there.
Right.
Nah, you bullshit, nigga. You feel me? So I know you going back to Sabaody, nigga. Free drinks and bitches everywhere. I didn't understand what you're doing. I'm finna go take my axes, chop down some trees, and wait for this goddamn egg to hatch. So I can see that.
Yeah.
I could definitely see that. And I would even see that to the degree that allows me to say, because at first, that little shadow silhouette figure that we saw, I'm on it's anybody but Scopper and Shiki. I'm always on some it's anybody but the obvious choices. But with what we just discussed, I'm completely open for the Shiki element because I'm not Shiki, the Scopper element. Because this would be the kind of place for that creature to drive if when it happens. This would be the kind of place for it to thrive if it happens. Especially up there in the heavens. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. That's my take on it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if the egg itself fell from up there. And that nigga Roger said, I'll keep it till it hatches and bring it back when it can fly. Nigga.
Yeah, because you know what's crazy? I had the thought
you just made me hype for whatever that egg got to give us. You just made me hype.
You helped me connect
I hope it got
because I had the thought for a bit when the Scopper talks came back up and I was on stream with Reed and we were talking about it. I was like, well, what could connect Scopper? And it would have to be something like Roger, because he's the one that this is all revolving around for his generation. And to me, it's like we never got an explanation on the egg. Now, I never once thought about the Millennium Dragons. So that was something you definitely, like, that's the perfect thing to put in the fucking egg. So, like, you said something that literally just makes, like, it helps push my narrative a little more. Mine is just a thought. It's not really a narrative yet. They put it on theory.
Oh, wow.
I guess us doing that right now, we're putting it on theory. So if it happens, we like over the stream.
Let's put more theories on that agenda. Hey, what if the Millennial Dragon has a certain level of sentience? So while it's in an egg, unhatched, it is preview to everything going on Roger's fucking ship, nigga. Like that'd be so dope, my nigga. The information it would be able to give you through Chopper would be crazy,
talking right now.
Yeah, because
would be
that's very interesting because I was thinking too since you're saying this, it would make a lot of sense that it does because you see that even the old Millennial Dragon, it seemed like a real wise one. If it was wise, it just was like very, very, very old. And Luffy was still able to, like, it had the level of sentience where it's like, I wouldn't be surprised if the egg had a voice. Like, you know what I'm saying? Roger was
that voice of all. Roger that nigga Luffy been using voice of all things since filler arc.
Since filler arc.
Bro been using voice of all things since East Blue filler arc, gang. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the first major filler after Alabasta. It's the first major filler after Alabasta.
That's voice of all things. You're not lying. No, it's not.
It is.
It's after Alabasta or before Alabasta?
It's after Alabasta. I remember specifically because it bothered me when.
By that time, I'm gonna be caught up.
I know you're swordsman. I know.
Dice those gas bones. Why you over here?
Taking your time to cut.
Huffing and puffing after cutting down some chains. Like, but you could cut them now. Thank God. You feel me?
You're right. Yeah. Spot on. That was good shit.
I think this is a pretty good spot to stop. There's a lot of it's then too much sauce we giving away before the One Piece pod. We got a couple days on Sunday, because by that time I'm gonna be caught up. When we can really do a deep fucking dive, because I'm already knowing Oda about to cook. I'm already knowing how he get down.
For sure.
If you want to tune in tomorrow, anybody that is still watching, Trey, if you interested, so if you guys want to tune in. You already know Two Coats. Me and Reed, we do the theory reviews on Saturdays. So we just pull up some YouTube or TikTok theories and just go over them and just be open minded and think about what if this shit
Y'all
happens?
do that on here or Discord?
We do it on Twitch, on Reed's Twitch.
What's good, Matt?
We do it every Saturday.
All right, that's a bit.
Yes, sir.
We did it.
Yes, sir.
We did it for 3 Saturdays so
pleasure
far.
having you, my guy.
This is our 4th one we're going on now.
Love the energy.
The evenings?
No, we do it. It's late. We do it late Saturdays because we get off late at his
I'm
job
not sure why you can't hear.
and then what's it called?
But
I'm just here, so you know I'm always down. But we get on probably like 11:30 your time. My time 11:30 my time. 11:30 your time.
Got a Twitch, got a kick.
That's a bit.
Yeah.
It was a pleasure having you, my guy.
Actually, yeah, I am.
The energy. You know, you're more than welcome to pop up on Sunday as well. We're doing a deep dive into One Piece.
Oh yeah.
I'm not sure why you can't hear us, Matt. That's all right. But if you want to hear me,
Always.
I'm gonna be on COD in maybe 20 minutes after I eat, so you can catch me there. Same thing for all you gamers. Hey, got a Twitch,
Are you running it through Discord?
I can. Actually, yeah.
You can.
It's Call of Duty, yeah. Call of Duty.
Yeah, hit up Reed. I don't mind getting on because you dive in One Piece or whatever.
That's always a good
I
time.
was gonna try to hop on Discord. I might hop on Punk Records or something until you ready. Just let me know what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm gonna hop in there in like 30 minutes type shit just to see if there's any conversation before I call it a night. But yeah, nah, for sure.
I'm about to go get.
All right, man, every time, man. I'm gonna come in and keep it factual with y'all niggas.
All right. Most deaf.
Wasn't no slander today, you know what I'm saying?
Nobody
get that same page today, so we ain't have to.
I got some.
You feel me? We ain't question Fuji toys. We ain't questioning Fuji's credibility, so Nika ain't had to. You feel me? The Dark King is always accepted, and given respect.
I just want to ask 2 questions real quick. 2 questions.
Go for it.
Oh
Trip,
man,
have you caught up on Kagurabachi?
Nah. Right after the fight where our blind nigga did the double cross and Chiharu pulled up, I haven't read past that. I'm not gonna read that. I already know this arc ends in 10 chapters at least, because he finna fight, bro, and it's gonna get good.
He just did some more Fuji shit, so I had to. That's why I was. He just did another Fuji. He got a technique with the blade that lets him see, basically have like observation height going crazy. He can see over the whole. Basically, he says he says owl, and then like you see owl eyes appear over like the whole city.
Oh no, chill out, bro. See, and that's why I think, because I know Chiharu gonna spaz. I know Chiharu gonna spaz. He gonna do some shit. He's most likely gonna do some shit that bro told him to do that he always thought he could never do.
Right now,
but
he's confirmed top 1.
He releases himself to the blade to do it type shit. I'm already knowing how this may go. So I'm like, let these 10 chapters build and binge it the way I just did the last segment and enjoy myself, because I ain't gonna put me through that roller coaster. No, sir.
One thing that I got a question for Coach.
Are you on Reside?
The blind guy, the blind samurai.
Are you on Shonen Showdown? So you on Rob's side?
Top 1 confirmed.
Okay.
As of right now, but
shout out to Rob. I talked to bro the other day. Got a video dropping.
But Coach, we do have to talk about Shanks on Saturday. I've come to
my favorite topic.
I've come to a realization about it. You're not gonna like my realization about it though, but I've come to a realization.
Are you on Reside?
It's not. Remember,
are you on Shonen Showdown? So you on Rob's side?
It's not that. Okay. I still haven't put him. It's still not enough blade to put him over me. I just think.
Shout out to Rob. I talked to Bro the other day.
We got
a video drop.
Everything else, all the other. This is just a. This is a strange conversation. It's just like the tier of a Whitebeard and a Roger, where they just both come with the gusto. They both come with the bravado, the skill, the power, the talent. There's no reason to judge it unless Oda shows it. So you could argue Roger versus Whitebeard all you want. Oda showed the shit we need. So as of right now, you can argue Shanks and Mihawk all you want. But the shit is just even until Oda decides to
prove it.
Until Oda put
that was hilarious.
Even with the Shanks having the one arm.
That was hilarious.
Oda has said things like Shanks hasn't lost any power. You can interpret it how you want, but Shanks still seems to be Big Shanks. You get what I'm saying? So until we see Shanks disadvantage one arm, we can't say. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not buying all this bullshit no more, bro. Bro flat out said, I don't know who did that shit. Even I ain't see it. Must have been.
That was hilarious.
No, bro. No, Oda. You fuck no. You bullshit.
Facts.
You fucking around. Absolutely not, dude. So when he says Shanks hasn't lost no power, but Mihawk calls that nigga has been, I'm gonna take Mihawk's statements.
No, that's fair.
Over.
That's fair. I'm just saying, like, watch this, right? Watch this. We learned.
Because Oda, I said, bro, you a pure comedy reading that statement, bro. I'm like,
just watch this, right? The man we speculate to be Shanks' father. Oda just told us this nigga is strong. It's for a reason. So we know of genetics. Then we like, all right, but how much skill the nigga got? Fuck just regular, just fuck whatever genie, fuck the genie. How much skill does he actually have? As a kid, the nigga was the only one that could do the fucking commissary, like the way it was done. So now we know skill and talent wise, he's just, well, let's just say talent wise, he's him.
We now know that he was not capping. It was not just all. He wasn't just. It was like actual. Like he saw it and it was like, oh shit, him.
Right. The fourth point. I'm on the fourth point now, right? The dude. We gonna talk about. Well, no, third point. My bad. Third point. We gonna talk about skill, right? So, okay, well, he can match the best. He boxed with the best, and the best was never able to actually beat him at his best. And we get evidence of that with Oda saying what he said. He didn't actually win the fight. He didn't win. No, their fight never was won. No one won it, right? So it's like, okay, skill, talent, genetics. Damn. Okay, what else is he missing? Let's let the author play him a little. Why don't we? Niggas wearing his fucking pants in interviews and shit. Like, bro, what are you doing? Like, what are we doing? Think of this a Hypebeast movie with the nigga portrayed to be at the center of it, and he's not even at the legit center of it.
I'm gonna say one thing.
We still get a little 1-2 feet off of him. It's like, all right, there's still crazy feet still in the spectrum. We did the Kizaru, it's still crazy. With making the Navy fall back off Kankazaki, it's still crazy. Like it's like, all right, not blazing the guy. It's not blazing. I just laid out all the evidence for you. You can call it what you want. Evidence speaks for itself.
I'm gonna say one thing.
Hey man,
I'm gonna say one thing.
The dude has to be the same way we respect Roger and Whitebeard, and we don't beat up Roger, and we don't beat up Whitebeard. We just know they both like that. We need to just respect that. Shanks and Mihawk are just both like that. So if Mihawk is like that, Shanks has to be like that. That's why this is why I do like Menace. This one crucial point is why this got me to be like, fuck with you. Because you understand, he's the biggest Shanks fan in the world, but he won't let nobody downplay Mihawk. Because he understands, like I said before, they're scaling brothers. Shanks and Mihawk move on the scale together. So if you slander one nigga, you're low-key slandering the other. It's only when it only gets mushy when you're slandering one for the sake of the other. But they both have to be respected in that. Like, they're literally Oda's portrayal of a nowadays Roger and Whitebeard. That's legit how I see it. So we just gotta respect that these two niggas is really. That's why they're in my top 3. Like, they're in my top 3. Dragon, Mihawk, Shanks. They're in my top. No order. Literally, just my top 3, bro. I literally believe they show Oda the first saga of One Piece is the Blue Saga. Oda showed us everything he wanted to show us in that saga. Even to the final saga, no moral compass thing that he's introduced is anything morally new. He did it all in East Blue.
I mean, bro, keep it a band, right? Keep it a stack. We didn't meet a new character in the pre-time skip that is actually going to be a end game crucial that's like not on the world government side. And I'm saying that in the sense like the 4 Yokos right now. They were introduced pre-time skip. They're on a volume cover from pre-time skip. The volume cover that they're on 105, it's recreated from volume 25, where you know what I'm saying, like
bro, I'm not
in prevalent in the story, such as and your dragons. You know what I'm saying? And fucking like yeah. So with that being said, I definitely, and that's why I got so much high hope for Smoker. I feel like Oda has been getting plans for him.
Yeah.
That's why I know I'm over. If no other character come back to the story, and they'll come back.
My hand's not even in the thumbs. I don't even know why it did that.
If no other character come back to the story, I know for sure that they'll come back. You know what I'm saying?
Might be in the there might be a god here and there.
I'm gonna be up there chilling, cooling, like Nell might be up there on something. I just got here 2 days ago. Oda good for it. So like he been up there chilling. Like he just got here. He just got back.
I'm saving my comments
right on time. You feel me? So
30 minutes. It's about Shane.
Man, a lot of exception for just, you know. I'm excited for what comes to the table.
It's not slander. Anything I was about to say or fact.
Yeah, save yourself, man. Save yourself.
I'm gonna save you. I'm gonna say
no. Man,
I'm saving my comment for Sunday, because if I say it now, we're gonna be talking on here for another 30 minutes, and I ain't a few hours. So you don't got shit to do with Smoker.
Okay.
I can respect
about Shane. It's about your boy.
And I can respect everything else.
Facts is facts, bro.
What I won't
slander however you
ignore his
It's not slander. Anything I was about to say
it's the same conversation from earlier, right? It's the same conversation from earlier. You have to respect the influence, bro.
I told you
however you want to feel the big three.
White Beard
during
the Wano arc. Luckily, Oda came backdoor.
Shanks has too
much it made sense, and
I agree. I can respect it.
I had a huge issue with it.
I can
I've been
respect
unbiased the entire time.
What I won't do is ignore his flaws. That's something I will not do. They're gonna get mentioned.
Keep that same energy for Whitebeard and Roger.
Okay, for who?
I had a huge issue with Whitebeard during the Wano arc, but luckily Oda came backdoor, wrote this shit in where it made sense, and I leaved him over what I was pressing him about, because I had a huge issue with him. I've been unbiased this entire time. I've been giving smoke to people.
Don't you think that's unfair? Because
exactly.
Unfair for who? See, he didn't even say who yet. Unfair for who?
Towards the character in question, because you were, Whitebeard had a depiction that you were slandering him for until Oda came back around, gave you further context or whatever the fucking case was that made you see it from a completely different perspective. Most likely actually see it from Whitebeard's perspective. The person committing the action that you don't like, you see it from his perspective, you now get it, and you recant your judgment. Didn't you say that you even putting that judgment on him without being able to see it from his perspective is the unfair part?
I'm gonna say two things. And Matt, the only reason I'm about to add to this call right now is because if I do, we back to one, I'm gonna get off, and I'm gonna get to eat. I'm gonna say two things, and then I'm gonna bounce. I'm gonna let you show it, and I'm gonna bounce.
Now, but then
if we're going off of that, then no one
his
any show should ever receive slander, because we'll never get context until the show is done.
I gave him a pass.
Nobody should ever be slandered.
He still thinks he's fine. Because
the reason I was slandering Whitebeard was because personally, I feel like he should have spun first back to Wano.
You didn't care about losing
what was going down with Kaido and Oden. And Whitebeard super.
You didn't even tell me that's why. I knew that's why.
Now, but then you backdoor and say, I saw his perspective, his POV, and then I had a different context. I gave him a pass.
Because if he would have spun for Oden, nobody would have been like, he would have been like, yeah.
Because his big thing was, oh no, all out war, and I don't want to lose men, blah 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 blah. Shit, you spun for Ace. You didn't lose. meant for Ace.
He's ready to die now. He's
Hey,
already
that's
old. He's already old and was on his deathbed.
Ace's situation is completely different.
It's
Okay,
different.
like
It's different, but it's still, to me, it's valid. It's different, but valid for both.
it's complete.
If
I
you
say
would have
Ace
spun for
is
Odin, nobody would have batted an eye.
Ace's
Would have been like, yeah, that makes
situation.
sense.
It's
In
more
Ace's
Roger for me.
situation, this is how I knew Ace's situation was as dire as it was made to seem. It was because of what Crocodile said after saving Ace. You Marines not getting a win on us today. That's what Ace's death would have represented.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what you allowing them to just do that would have represented. You know what I'm saying? And like, so that's why when Crocodile did that, and that was his response to it, I looked at him differently. That was literally when I began to look at him differently. I was like, oh, you're a pirate. You not letting them get this dub on y'all. You're not a Whitebeard pirate, but you are a pirate. You understand what Ace's death in this manner would signify and mean to the world, and you not finna let that. Not while you're here. Made me start looking at him different. So that's why, like, Ace's situation, like, you can't say him spinning for Ace is similar to him spinning for Kaido. Like, I mean, spinning for Odin. You know what I'm saying? That's a pirate against pirate. You know, home, like, land on land, grudge.
I just feel like if he spun, both would have been valid, and we wouldn't have batted an eye. We all would have been like, okay, yeah, that makes sense why he spun. That's all. They don't got to be similar. Both could have been valid.
Trip, I like that point you just said about the Crocodile shit. I said that once before, like maybe like a year ago, but it was random Marine for conversations. So I like that. Just fucks that Crocodile point. People don't be diving in on his dialogue. You know, I think that's a point that he said that needed to be done. So that's.
Ever since that scene, I've like his speeches. I read into them a bit more when he talks. Yeah. Ever since that scene, I read into his speech, like anything he says a bit more. You know, like that was because he had not one ally on that fucking field. He went there trying to kill a nigga that's trying to save a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, little Crocodile was just he was on one, but at the end of the day, what was not gonna happen is the Marines catching a dub on a pirate on his watch. You feel me? Like, nah, that was heavy for me. You know, so yeah.
Hey, like I said before, appreciate all y'all viewers sticking with it this long. We will be right back with the same energy, if not more, on Sunday. Except it's going to be exclusively One Piece talk. Catch us on Twitch. Catch us on Kick. Catch us on YouTube. JVTV Anime. We out. Just Vinny.
All right. Yes, sir.